Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie.
Commercial team. And Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy
comment profanity like rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Our show is stupid.
This is so irresponsible.
This should be illegal. It really should be. It's like, it's so unethical.
God, I hate fucking radio.
This could be the worst audio ever.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. This is terrible.
We just suck all around.
I hope you show restraint in fucking my girlfriend.
This stinks.
Fucking shut the fuck up. We get it. Get it. Get it.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning. Don't really need to turn 3 mics on yet. It's Opie. Anthony will be late. I think 6:30. He'll be here. Jimmy will be late. I think about 6:15 for him. So you got me. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Hi, Sam. Sam Roberts.
Hi.
Hi, Danny. Hi. What's going on, Danny?
Not much.
Hi, Club Soda Kenny.
Good morning, GH. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you as well, sir.
Thank you. It's good to be seen.
Hello, Mars. This is called filler.
Take your time.
I go, Mars, I need someone to do the radio show with today. He goes, put me on mic. All right, you're on mic. What do you got? Give me something. Give me one thing today.
One thing today.
I need to stall for about 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah, you can't repeat what I say as your thing.
Of course not. We got this motherfucker that went ahead and said he did the crime, finally.
Jimmy, will you jump on mic, please? God damn it. I went to Mars to help me out, and it was just a complete bust.
Oh my God! That's
What guy?
Versloot. He said He just said Versloot.
Versloot? We got the guy Versloot?
The guy who did the crime.
The guy who did the crime. Why are you excited that he confessed? Who gives a shit?
Did he confess to who? Natalie Holloway?
Yeah, no, not that. No.
The Peruvian?
The Peruvian broad. He confessed to that murder, yeah.
Oh, wow. Good.
Versloot.
Versloot? They got him.
Yeah, Mars is very excited. Why are you excited about this story, Mars? Yeah, just grab whatever, Mike. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because this son of a bitch did... it's not on.
It's on. You're the engineer.
Wow.
He's the engineer and
You're
he's
the
wearing
engineer,
headphones.
right.
Hey,
You're the first person...
Because he got away with the first one. We all know that.
Who? What?
Holloway.
Holloway?
Yeah.
Who do you think killed her?
Versloot.
The guy who did the crime.
The guy who did the crime also killed her.
Yeah, and then in Peru, they made him talk, apparently, you know? I guess they have different rules.
Yeah, good. They're not as polite in Peru.
Exactly.
No, he's confessing.
Her father was a pretty powerful guy. Well, they got him in Chile. Is that Peru or no?
I don't know.
It's a different country, right?
I think.
That's how dumb I am.
Oh wait, I think he took a cab or something to Chile, right? And then they brought him back to Peru, and then he confessed. Supposedly, this broad got on his laptop, and there was some info on where Holloway or whatever, right?
I didn't hear that there was info about where she was, but I think she found out that he was associated.
Yeah, there was
with,
something
with it.
That's what he's saying.
And then he freaked out.
He freaked out and said, "Oh my God,
Snapped the
she invaded my private life. She had to be killed." So we got the guy that did the crime, right, Mars?
That's correct.
So that's one of the big stories today.
What a piece of shit this guy is. I really was hoping he'd kill himself on the road.
You know what? Probably not the biggest piece of shit of the day, though. I'm going to give that to Gary Coleman's wife. She is a piece of shit.
She is.
I mean, the other guy, the who, Mars?
Versloot.
The Versloot guy, he's not a piece of shit. He's a psychopath. He's probably a serial killer.
Nah, but he was, you know what? He was confessing to it kind of on videotape for money to a reporter. He's been playing kind of cat and mouse with the victim's family. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, they're picking him up on charges of what, blackmail or something like that. He wanted $250,000 from Holloway's mama.
Yeah, for information leading to where the body
was,
like,
and then he didn't give any information, so they were going to pick him up on that charge.
He's a real cunt.
He's completely fucking insane. This Gary Coleman wife broad is a piece of shit.
Yeah, she's a little irritating.
What is she going for? Is she looking for a little fame and a little payday?
Gary was probably a very difficult guy. He was probably a hard guy to be married to, and there's probably a lot of resentment build up and a lot of annoyance, and that's personally why I feel that she would have pulled the plug fast. That's my guess.
She's sickly now?
Is she? Oh, the poor thing.
She went to her Good Morning America interview in a wheelchair.
Oh,
what?
Ew.
Yeah. When was this? Yesterday?
Yeah, it aired yesterday. Yeah, she's confined to a wheelchair because of her seizures that she's prone to. She had to break in the interview for a second because she thought she might have a seizure, but she was okay.
What a fucking attention whore she is.
Oh, you want to talk about that whole me thing?
Oh, dude.
She didn't want to help Gary Coleman because of all the blood. And now we're finding out that she took at least 3 pictures while Gary was dying, 2 while he was dying, and 1 when he was dead. And then she ran off to try to sell them to the highest bidder, and I think she got somebody.
Yeah, I think she did too.
And she's going to get in the low 5 figures. So that's what, 20, 30,000 maybe for the pictures.
They're scumbags for buying it too.
Shit.
And you know what?
Well, you expect them to buy them. I mean, we already know what they're fucking all about, but
yeah, she's terrible.
She's horrendous.
But probably I think it was the last bit of money she could probably bleed out of that situation.
Right.
It's fucking sickening.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of money to begin with, so.
And she's not even hot.
The fucking guy's dying. He's got tubes, and there she is snapping away.
She said in her interview that they always talked, and Gary told her that he felt like dying wouldn't be fair to her. And she brought that up in the interview as if to say, you know, it's not fair to me.
Ugh.
She raised a point.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I want to
because
feed her an apple out of my outstretched hand. That fucking toothy animal. Can I see a picture of her, Danny, of her gums? Can you find her gums?
You love the gums, right?
Oh, I want to punch them in layers.
Yeah. Let me go to Eddie in St. Louis. Eddie, you usually talk sports, my friend.
Yeah, actually, what I wanted to talk, there's really not that much sports to talk about except, I guess it'd be nice if everybody watched the USA play England in the World Cup. But it's interesting.
Why would that be nice?
Well, I mean, it's only once every 4 years, and hopefully we beat the shit out of those limeys, you know? I mean, I'd like to see people respect soccer a little more in the U.S., but good luck with that.
They got their fans all over the world. They don't need the United States. Although it's growing in the United States a bit, right? I couldn't name one player on the U.S. team. Not a one. Is
Yeah.
Beckman playing?
Beckham? No, he's injured. He's not
I said
playing.
Beckman.
But don't even get me started on him. He's a piece of shit. What he did to American soccer was horrible, but that's not really what I
Yeah,
can
that's really
talk
bad.
about.
More people started checking out American soccer because of him. He
Anyway,
kind of did a Pele thing. I mean, not as that big as what Pele did, but he sort of like brought some attention to the sport.
Right. Well, if you want to talk about Pele, there's a guy who's going to be playing.
No, I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
Pele.
we really don't, sir.
We want to talk about what you want to talk about before I distracted you.
This
with
is not an
dumb
open
sports
forum on
talk.
Pele.
Right.
Let's talk about the Civil War that stopped the day Pele arrived. Out of respect for him, go, sir. 40 minutes on it.
He probably has something on it.
I think it's interesting the last couple of years that you have all these, sort of young, I don't know if Vandersloot's a serial killer or whatever, but, how fucking crazy is this guy? You know, he got away scot-free with the Holloway thing, and honestly, I was pissed off at the news media because they kept pounding that fucking drum when it was on the TV, but, it went away, and now the guy's back, so, I mean, he must be like a hard-boiled sociopath.
I think he's also a child of privilege. A lot of these guys are... These children of privilege, they don't suffer like the first time because his father got him out of it. So,
They feel like they could get away with just about anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he goes off and kills another broad like he did, I mean, how many other broads did he kill that no one knows about yet?
Well, that's
you got to wonder that, first of all. Second of all, I'm thinking serial killer. But we got him, right? Right, Mars?
That's correct. He's a done deal.
He's a done deal, and that makes you very excited today.
That's the guy who did the crime.
He's just a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit that got away with a lot of shit in his life, man.
Like what shit did he get away with
He's
in
just
his
a
life?
little fucking brat.
Yeah.
Got everything he
You don't
wanted.
like rich people, do you?
That's not true.
You think he's a brat? He seems like a brat, right?
No, you're rich, and I love you, man.
How did he,
I like the way he amended like into love
how do you know
immediately.
I'm rich?
I love you.
how the fuck do you know I'm rich?
That's quite an assumption.
It really
to make,
is.
Mars. That's really disrespectful.
What, did you open his laptop and see his connection?
No, he said it a couple of times.
No, I don't really talk about
He
that
doesn't
on
say
the
that
show,
stuff.
really.
I mean,
I
it's-
give to the poor, Mars.
It's vulgar to discuss finances. Opie wouldn't do that.
I got stupid sweatpants on today. Does this look like rich man's wear?
Doesn't make you look. It doesn't make you look rich, but it's not.
Why are you
making
looking at my
poor.
package, you fucking
Oh,
weasel?
he was. He was. He
What was that
just
about,
now.
Mark?
Eye full of rich cock.
Yeah.
What the hell was that about?
You're supposed to look at the leg of the sweatpants. Why would you look at the package?
You were looking right down at it,
You
Mars.
can't help it, man. It's a big tent.
What?
Whoa,
A
what?
tent? Opie is not erect right now. What the fuck? How dare you?
There's a lot of talk about soccer and
Kenny.
murder.
Yes, sir.
Mars was just looking at my package and he said, I have a big tent. Could you take care of the situation?
What do you need? Some relief there?
Eddie, what else you got? You're really not adding to the conversation this morning.
I'm very sorry, gentlemen. Do you remember Foxy Noxie last year? That crazy bitch, the American student who went over to Italy and killed all those people?
Of course.
Did she do it, though? I've also heard mixed things about her. The one who just got convicted, right?
Wasn't she in a threesome or something?
Yeah.
That went horribly wrong?
Yeah, something like that, but I like to think of it as she was the puppet master in that situation. I'm also taking questions in any sports you want to talk about, Opie.
No, I think the Blackhawks are going to win the Stanley Cup. What do you got on the Lakers Celtics? What are you thinking? Games? It's going 7 games?
Well, I mean, I was getting my broom ready. I was hoping the Lakers would sweep them, but obviously, when you have two teams whose starters are that good, it's going to come down to bench production. And when you look at the Celtics, they have such a better bench. But I don't think it's going to go 7 games. I think the Lakers are hungrier for it, and I think they're going to do it.
A stronger team?
I don't know about that. I mean, basically whatever you say on paper. I don't think the Flyers are done either. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I mean, the Blackhawks beat the shit out of them the other night, but that's hockey. I mean, if everything was supposed to go according to plan, the fucking Capitals would be going for the cup right now.
You got that right. All right, Eddie. And also, as we're doing sports here, I guess Bud Selig says that he doubts he will expand instant replay in 2010.
Oh, he's a fucking
in 2010. What a jerk off.
And is comfortable with his decision with the Galarraga story.
Hate him.
Calling the whole ordeal a great story. It's not a great story because it has a horrible ending, you cock.
He is a cock. Why won't he expand replay in 2010?
Why won't he give the guy a perfect game? Just do the right thing and get some nice PR for baseball and Major League Baseball.
Because there's enough baseball fans that will go, oh, the rules say.
I've been arguing
baseball fans are dummies and they will just keep going to games, keep complaining, keep getting fucked, and that's why.
I blame Detroit for giving up so easily. You don't hear a buzz on this thing anymore. It was like hot for a day, 2 days, and then it went away. And Bud Selig, he thinks he's greater than the goddamn game. And he's like, well, if I do this, then I got to look at past calls and all that. You're the main guy. You go, look, I'm making an exception. I'm not looking at past calls. I'm not looking at future calls. I'm just going to decide on this. And I think this is a great story, and everyone knows that it should have been a perfect game, so I'm going to give it to the kid.
Yeah. He's gonna go
End
down
of
as the
fucking
worst commissioner
story.
in
He's a
history.
coward.
He is a coward.
He's a piece of shit. But I mean, do you remember the way that the pitcher reacted when the umpire blew the call? He had this smile on his face like he was fucking lobotomized. I don't understand that.
Well, he couldn't believe it. He was in shock.
Yeah.
It was humiliating.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably embarrassed.
Because it was a routine play, too. It was a routine play, so the whole time he's sitting there like, holy shit, I just pitched a fucking perfect game. And then Jim Joyce there blew it.
Yeah, and there he was.
I think he panicked
like a little bitch.
I bet you Jim Joyce saw it correctly, but just panicked and put the wrong fucking sign up. Went out when he meant to, safe and when he meant to say out or something like that. I don't know. All right, Eddie, that's it for you today, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good
All right, let's go to Nate in Little Rock, Arkansas. Nate.
Yeah, we were talking about Gary Coleman before, and his wife, what's her name, Shannon Price. I think she's going to get in a lot of trouble because Mr. Drummond has a lot of money, and Willis is going to be pissed. So I can see a lot of legal action happening to this broad.
Can you? Something's not right with this broad.
And Mr. Drummond is a very rich man.
Something is not right with this broad. We said it from day one when this all came about. What do you think, Mars? Oh, shit. Not a thought in his fucking brain.
He was out to lunch somewhere.
What were you thinking of? I need your help right now.
Mexican hat dance was just playing on a loop in his head.
What the hell were you thinking?
I was thinking about this bitch. Actually, I was thinking about her and seeing how does she think she's going to get away with all this? You know, she's the last one that saw this guy. He's downstairs. I'm upstairs. After a good push, perhaps. Now she's selling pictures. She's got all things pointing towards her. Like you're gonna go to jail, bitch.
For what?
For what? She pushed him.
She just said she did. You can't just say she pushed him.
You can't just say that.
We're a little suspicious, but
my opinion.
Yeah, you should preface it with that. It's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a
My
huge
opinion.
difference. We're a little suspicious of her, but we have no idea. She was at the top of the stairs, and he was at the bottom of the stairs, but we don't know how the house is set up.
Exactly.
Maybe
he pushed her up.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Maybe he slipped.
Huh?
Maybe he slipped.
Maybe.
We don't know.
I love the new bit, the news from Mars. Yeah, what else is in the news there, Mars?
Miss Helen Thomas making outrageous remarks.
What do you know about Helen Thomas?
Good story.
Miss Helen Thomas is the prime reporter of the White House. She's the one that always gets the first question, right? She's been there since, I don't know.
Since when? Since when?
Well,
Let's go.
According to what I heard in the news, she's been there before President Obama was born. And I heard somewhere else that she was there during the Eisenhower administration.
It's like a 7-year-old who gets news tidbits on the playground.
Well, his info is correct.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was wrong. It meant the delivery of it.
I think I said he, but she does kind of look like a he.
Mm-hmm.
She's hung out with 10 presidents, I believe.
Wow, that's a lot.
She's been part of 10 presidencies down there in Washington.
But what's up with her, man, saying that shit?
What'd she say? I mean, this is what it bothers me about Helen Thomas. Look, she's not a particularly fuckable woman, but she's notoriously physically hideous.
Would you do it for the story though, Jimmy?
I might let her suck my dick if she would let me hang out and meet some
You almost
presidents.
said I would suck her dick.
No, I was going to say I'd suck her pussy. I would let her suck my dick if she would let me hang out with her and maybe meet a
That's a
couple
joke,
presidents.
Jimmy. I didn't think you actually thought she had a dick.
No, it's possible though. She really is a horrible woman.
Yeah.
But I actually, I like Helen Thomas, even though I don't agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's another sickening fucking trend in this country. Is they ask someone her opinion, she gives it. The guy said to her, "What do you think? What do you think the Jews should do
Right.
in the Middle East?" And she said, "I think they should get out of Palestine.
Right.
And they should go." And he goes, "What do you think they should do then?" Well, I think they should go back to. She didn't say the Jews should be killed.
Right.
She didn't say fuck the Jews. She has an opinion on that situation, which I don't agree with. But so what?
Yeah, a few people were outraged by her opinion,
Fuck them.
but that's fine. You should be able to give your opinion.
It's because
It's scary. Now, more and more people aren't going to give their opinion because they're going to think they're going to get fired if it's a little too outrageous what they're thinking.
we talked about it last night on Red Eye, and Andy Levy's like, "Well, don't you think is there any line?" And I'm like, "But she didn't say anything crazy." It's like if she had said, "I think the Jews should stay."
Right.
They're fine.
Right.
That opinion would have been considered outrageous to some people and offensive. It's like the whole fucking country is just full of liars.
Right.
We don't want to hear the truth. We don't want people to be honest. We want them to be honest if they agree with us. Fuck everybody. And I think she's an old twat.
Mars seemed outraged by her comments, though.
Were you outraged, Mars?
What did she say, Mars? Do you know?
Well, my rule of thumb is you don't fuck with the white people, and then secondly, you don't fuck with the Jew.
I respect that. Attaboy him.
You can respect that.
Yeah, I like that. I like how his head was bowed subserviently as he said that.
And how
Because
old
I'm
is
serious
How
about
old
it.
is she? She's in her 80s?
89. If you're 89
89.
and you can't speak your mind, what the
89.
fuck are you doing?
So she's been doing this for over 50 years, and this is how she has to retire. I would assume she would have wanted to retire in a different way than being pretty much booted, from the White House and booted from the press in general. Everyone turned their back on her. Everyone.
Because they're all cowards. Her agents are fucking despicable for walking away from her.
Walked away, right?
Nine Speakers Inc., I think they're called. They walked away.
Right.
She didn't say anything that was terrible. She just gave an opinion on that situation. I don't give a fuck what if she has the center seat and asks the first question traditionally. She's a flaming liberal. Everybody knows it. She's honest about it. She used to torture GW. He hated her guts.
Oh, yeah. He did.
So, it's like she's been very consistent. Let her say what she wants.
There you go.
The fuck cares?
That's too bad. Right, Mars? Should she have been fired?
Well, it's not so much. It's her tone, the way she said it, man. It was pretty, like with a lot of oomph. Like, yeah, get them the hell out.
She meant it, yeah.
Yeah.
She meant it. That's how she.
tough.
But you know what? She's a woman who, at least you could say, is this. She's informed about the situation. She's been questioning fucking U.S. presidents face to face for 50 years, and that's the conclusion she's come to.
Right.
So what? I don't agree with it either, but too bad. I don't have to. It's not my fucking business.
Absolutely. All right, Mars, listen to this clip. I want you to tell us what you think of this one, okay? It's Obama talking about the oil spill.
Okay.
I was down there a month ago, before most of these talking heads were even paying attention to the Gulf. A month ago, I was meeting with fishermen down there, standing in the rain, talking about what a potential crisis this could be. And I don't sit around just talking to experts because this is a college seminar. We talk to these folks because they potentially have the best answers, so I know whose ass to kick.
There you go. Obama's going to kick some ass there, Mars. What do you think?
Pretty strong words from a president. Using a little bit of vulgarity there, using the word ass. But
No opinion on it, though.
opinion actually.
Whose ass is he going to kick?
I guess the people responsible for the.
We're up to, I think, 50 days. Whose ass is he going to kick?
He should be kicking BP's ass
Pelicans.
Whoa.
thoroughly, but I don't know what's going on there. he's not, I mean, he should have been moved them out of the way and used the military to clean up.
What, just move BP right the hell out of the way?
Yeah, make him go, fuck him.
Well, the point is, he's not going to kick anyone's ass. It's been 50 days. He's not kicking anyone's ass.
He did fire one person already a couple of weeks ago, the head of
one of the Pelican cleaners. He fired them.
Head of energy, shit.
They spent too much time cleaning the Pelican's vagina.
Yeah,
everybody got suspicious.
Right.
It's clean already, Frank.
They had to fire him. It was awkward for everybody else cleaning the Pelicans.
Yeah,
one guy took it a little too seriously.
Everyone else had done like 11 or 12 Pelicans. He was on the first one, and it was filthy, except for its vagina was sparkling clean.
All right. Well, that's what's going on in the news. Anthony's walking down the hall. So.
Oh, is he here?
Yes.
Look at that little sweetie.
How was Red Eye last night, Jimmy? How was Penn Jillette on Red Eye?
He's great.
Did he get a word in edgewise?
Yeah, he's fine, man. I don't mind doing it to him.
He has a way of taking over.
He does, but he's not.
Love him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love the guy, but
He does, but he's not a dick about it. He's just that's Penn. He's a loud guy.
Yeah.
So it was funny sitting next to him.
What I miss?
We're just talking about Penn, and I'm mentioning how much taller he is than me.
Very tall gentleman.
And people say I look like a ventriloquist dummy next to him on television. But he was great. It was a very fun episode.
He's not only tall. He's very large. All his features are very large. He has a huge head, but then he has huge arms, huge shoulders.
Big personality. He's an opinionated guy.
He looks like a giant. He looks like he should have been probably 7'6", and he stopped at around 6'8", 6'9".
If me and him hung out, I think we would wind up arguing a lot.
Oh, really?
But I love him. I mean, I really do like the guy a lot. Like, I didn't like him when I first met him.
Why would you argue a lot with him?
Because he's an argumentative guy, and so am I. No, not even.
You're not different?
Not. We're fairly close. I think that we would just argue because we're both argumentative guys.
Right.
But I really do like the guy. I didn't when I first met him.
Didn't you get into a little brawl
the first
with him
time
here?
and over at K-Rock. And then the next time I saw him, we talked a little bit. I was like, oh, all right, I like the guy. And since then, I think he's great.
Yeah.
He just says what he wants to say, and he's a pretty, he's not predictable politically. He's not like a fucking annoying liberal, and he doesn't attack religious people just for being religious. You know, he's got a point of view.
He's an Obama fan, though, right?
Yeah, probably is, but I think he's more of a libertarian guy. Like, he's a guy who's...
I don't think he's an Obama fan.
I think he likes him more than Bush.
I caught that yesterday from him, though.
I think he's like kind of like less government. I don't think he believes in these guys at all.
No.
Yeah,
he might lean more Obama than like a Bush or something, but I don't think he's like rah-rah Obama.
He said less government last night. He says the smaller the government, the better.
Yeah, I didn't get that impression with him at all.
I think he's very liberal. I think maybe he takes him as very liberal.
I think he was being sarcastic about his thoughts on Obama yesterday on the show.
It seemed to me like he was kind of, Obama's doing a good job, kind of a thing.
I think that was sarcastic.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what I took from it.
My guess would be more libertarian. That was my guess with Penn. I think he's even said that. He's more of a libertarian guy, and,
That's odd. You could see him talk so much on TV and have him interviewed here and still not know where he stands on, on that.
Again,
we weren't really talking politics, though. We were talking about all that other shit. There's not many politics when you're talking about cheerleaders and martial arts.
True.
He said so many, he kind of has pieces of both ideologies that he goes with. You know what I mean? He's not a flaming liberal. He's not a flaming conservative either way. I just wanted to say flaming twice. Congratulations, Jim. Said it twice. I did it well. So I had a good time last night. It was fucking great. Yeah, it was a really good episode.
Third person on with you?
SE Cup.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Bill.
Yeah.
It was funny. It's the first time I didn't sit next to Greg. That made me sit. It was Gutfeld, Penn, Jim, and then they're like, we can't have Penn in the middle of the table. It would look just freakish.
Silly. Yeah.
He would look like he was just a pedophile with a bunch of children.
They should have just lowered his chair down to the floor. So you guys would be the same height.
He really is. I was thinking, like, when he was talking here yesterday, like he's a bright guy and he's loud.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not
big.
Really big, but he's not saying stupid shit. Like, he's saying bright stuff. So even if you don't agree with him, it's like you got to think to fucking argue with him.
Yeah.
But man, I would not want to see him in a rage.
Gutfeld's not exactly a giant either.
That fucking pipsqueak.
He must have looked funny next to him.
Dude, he's 30 pounds lighter. He lost 30 pounds. Fucking, he's on some diet. He looks phenomenal. I actually rubbed his stomach and dick. Yeah, Greg looks fucking great.
Wow.
Right on. All right. Why don't we take our first break, let Ant settle in, and maybe you could open that package somewhere else, that brown paper.
It's ticking.
Yeah, what is this?
I don't know.
It's very
but
light.
Don't fucking open it in front of me. I don't want to fucking blow up today.
It's from Joran Vandersloot.
Yeah, that's
Natalie Holloway's fucking clip.
It's a vagina. Yeah. Right?
Anthony's got a very suspicious package in front of him, so
yeah,
you can open
in
that
my pants
when I'm not in the fucking studio. All right, we'll continue in just a bit. Stay there.
Oh, B and Anthony show. Thanks, Jimmy. Oh,
You're welcome.
Fuck. Oh, God, Jimmy.
That's a little something for you.
Wow.
From me.
That's
Thank
bad.
you. I dropped a little nervous stinker when I walked in.
It sounded really, really bad when you let it go.
How do we turn this music down?
I don't know.
Travis did it? Cool.
That's
Trav
all right.
dog.
Wow. That is a harsh one.
Well.
Jesus.
Couldn't help it.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I get scared. The intern walked in and startled me. And it fell out.
Oh. I heard on the news there's some roving band of robbers again on the North Shore of Long Island.
Well, you're prepared.
They just take their liberties with our houses.
You're prepared if there's a roaming military.
A militia.
Yeah, you're fine if there's an invading army. Ant's got it covered.
What was
it? They're guys that go around, and I don't know who's falling for this. They're guys that go around and they're handymen. And while one guy is being the handyman, another couple of guys are ransacking your house. It's the old distraction scam.
Yeah.
It's like, who knocks on your door and you go, yeah, come into my house. I have no idea who you are or what you do, but I could use a handyman today. Like, if you need work around your house, don't you call somebody?
I can't comprehend
wait
it.
for someone to come to your house and then walk in with no credentials or anything. People are trusting, I guess.
And you keep your eye on one person and you don't keep your eye on the other ones?
Yeah, so then you're talking, because the one guy is supposed to be very charismatic and very conversational, so he talks to you as the other two guys are just going through your fucking shit, going through your house, your jewelry, all kinds of... Like, how do they get in your bedroom? And then they just ransack your place and leave, and then you go, oh, I've been robbed. I guess there's a special person you got to look for to pull that scam with. But
anyone over fucking 78.
Exactly. The dumb elderly. The stupid elderly.
They do turn into real fucking blithering idiots, don't they?
They're the people that are supposed to teach you shit while you're growing up. And they do, you know? And then they reach a point where they turn into idiot, trusting buffoons.
Yeah, close.
I don't get it. Right before the old pillow bends their nose in the hospital.
Oh, he seems like such a nice...
Yeah, like they think it's fucking the 40s again or something. Where it's like, I'm a handyman. Can I just come in and fix it? I'll fix anything you need for $1. Oh,
what if their minds?
House.
Is it the minds going though?
Maybe.
You think?
It might be. Like, they don't... There's just the I'll trust you shit just pops in their head.
They probably grew up trusting more than we do.
Yeah.
It's a generation thing. Generational thing.
As you have conversations with people, though, in their middle age, they're not as trusting. And then as they get older, they just turn stupid. Let people in. Oh.
So how many of these home invasions? 1 or 2?
No, there were like...
but they're making it out to be an epidemic?
There were 4 of them in the past week.
Really?
Yeah, like all in the same area. North Shore, like Long Island.
That's where all the money is.
Nassau County kind of a thing.
You're not going to do it in Bayshore.
No, you wouldn't
do it. If you're going to do it, you'll find, a nice community to do it in.
That would be funny if they got robbed trying to rob somebody. Yeah, handyman, come on in, motherfucker. No, they're going to the exclusive neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And wreaking havoc.
What was in the box?
It's in the box. Someone decided to send me some chips from it.
What's that?
No, Chip.
There's only one in me. A bunch of us in a box, we wouldn't be able to breathe, you know?
Yes, I understand. Some pieces from a wall of a concentration camp.
Wow.
In Germany.
That's a fucking creepy gift, dude.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, you know.
You're going to have to bury that in your backyard.
I've been...
All creepy gifts get buried in the backyard.
No, it's too creepy. I don't want it on my property. Like, I'm a fan of the era, as they say, and there are some collectibles that I have and others I would like to have, but that is not one of them. I really don't want... Laszlo was talking about he went to Auschwitz when he was over in Europe for a while. And he said, yeah, you go there thinking, oh, this will be cool. Go see some shit that you saw in, like, movies and stuff. And then he said once you get there, that whole thing just leaves. You're not entertained by it. You don't look around like with this eager, I'm snapping pictures thing. You just feel a very bad vibe about the place, which, obviously there's a reason to.
Boy, that Laszlo really, really is sharp. He picked up a bad vibe at Auschwitz.
Yeah.
You'll be an FBI profiler.
Hey, it might just be me, but I have a feeling something bad happened here.
I hear the town is awesome, though. I hear it's a nice party town. It's a beautiful town right nearby.
Yeah, there's supposedly
There's a lot of
like
culture,
clubs there and stuff.
A lot of art and coffee shops and nice restaurants.
Yeah.
I hear it's kind of a nice little area.
Yeah.
They built up around the horrific concentration camp.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have had problems with that. The fact that they have developed the surrounding area as maybe kind of a tourist attraction. And people are like, there's a line between never forget and let's let people in here and see what happened, the atrocities, and let's make, a buck off of what happened back then. So.
Yeah, Auschwitz hats really
Yeah,
are.
you don't want the hats and T-shirts.
You push the button, a little smoke comes out of the hat.
Do they have a gift shop? I bet you they have a gift shop.
You think does Auschwitz have a gift shop?
I bet you they have a gift shop, but they tone it down. The stupid St. Patrick's Cathedral has a gift shop.
Empty cans of
I know
Zyklon B or something.
I know that's two very different things, but they can't help themselves.
My
I wonder if they
grandfather
have a
went to
gift shop.
Auschwitz, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Shit like that.
All I got was this lousy container.
Rub-on tattoos.
Someone call
You
up.
just don't want it.
Someone call up. I'm telling you right now. I bet you they have some kind of gift shop.
By the way, can I tell you the best part of this discussion is the way all of a sudden the gift shop becomes the excuse to make horrific Auschwitz jokes.
Of course.
Well, no, we're just saying that's what's in the gift shop.
Just saying that's what would be in the horrible gift shop.
That is comedy 101.
It really is. It's the old diversion while we ransack your house. It's the same thing.
I bet you could buy some shit there.
I don't doubt it. I
bet they tone it down, obviously, but I bet you could buy a little trinket or two.
I bet it's not a gift shop like when you get off of Matterhorn bobsled kind of a thing at Disney, but I'm sure there is a place where you can buy stuff.
They can't help themselves.
What do they have there exactly? Like,
all right, hold on. Let me start with Christy. Christy, what's going on? You got something on this gift shop?
Yeah, I was visiting Krakow with my in-laws this summer, and my dad was like, let's go to Auschwitz. I'm like, all right. Yeah, there's a gift shop with books, and, I mean, it's not, not like I love Auschwitz T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
There's books and historical, whatever my dad bought. Like, he's a doctor, and he bought this medical mysteries, and I'm like, you're a weirdo, dude.
You know what, though? I mean, they start with the books, with a little history, and then someone's going to sneak in a little pin that says, I heart Auschwitz. You watch. And then they're going to be all in, just like Disney.
I've loved you guys for 10 years. I'm like a school teacher, but you guys...
Let's go to John in Jersey. John.
Oh.
Hey, John.
Hi, Anthony. Do you think they sell shirts that say "I survived Auschwitz"?
Yeah, that's next. Okay. It's the same thing. Yeah, they start off in books and educational stuff, and then they just go to the pure
They
entertainment.
sneak a little pin or something, maybe like a pewter spoon or whatever the fuck it's called.
I wonder if you could see where Amon Gert used to stand there and take shots at people. Like,
Oh,
can
my
you see
God.
that whole area? Was that Auschwitz or no? Was that another one?
I'm not sure
I don't
which
know where
one that was.
Schindler was.
But yeah, I'm not sure which one that was. But yeah, that's a lot of that stuff has been torn down, and but there's still a lot of shit there. I mean, they have the guard tower where you climb up, but then you water slide down, which was very, very tasteless, I think. I don't think that was
I
necessary.
agree. An excellent point.
Yeah.
Let's go to Megan in D.C. Megan.
Hey, you guys are talking about the bad vibe, and that reminded me of my father visited Auschwitz with my mother when I was about 16, and he was not superstitious at all, but he got stomach cancer right after that, and he always believed that it was from that visit, and he actually died of it, and it was just kind of weird because he wasn't like that. He was very kind of...
He thought he got cancer from Auschwitz?
Cursed from the place?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was Jewish, and he wasn't religious at all. He was just a secular Jew, but he really kind of believed that on some level he did.
That he was like the last victim.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, I'm sorry to hear of your tragedy, though, Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that Auschwitz gives you
Well,
cancer.
that's what her father thought, though.
He's incorrect.
Well, I don't think it does. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was weird
Maybe
'cause
from
he wasn't
smoking.
like that at all. He was never superstitious or new agey or anything like that.
Right. All right. Thank you. Let's go to Whitey in Illinois. Whitey.
Whitey.
Morning, gentlemen.
One of two. How are you?
Jimmy, you're awesome. And
Yes, I am.
Hey, my aunt went there, and she said they sell the neatest little ashtrays, but they're full when they sell them.
Oh, stop it. Didn't even preface it with some way to make it sound like you're not making a joke.
Right. Jeff in Huntington. Jeff.
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Good, Jeff. What do you got, man?
Yeah, I want to ask you guys your opinion. I mean, I was there. It was pretty eerie. I mean, you walk in, you're on the railroad tracks. You see the sign, if you work, you will be free. You're set free. I mean, cool to have a bookshop, a gift shop, or really not the right time nor place?
Bookshop, I think, is acceptable.
Yeah, because that's educational.
Tasteful.
Yeah.
I think good taste, if you're selling trinkets, like cups or shirt, that's shitty, but I think books are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not really...
It's history.
Because you want to see it as it was, too.
Learn about it, right.
You want to see where you just were.
You learn what happened at that place.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as far as, the gift shop, it was totally it was nothing, what's the word I'm looking for?
Objectionable or sickening.
I actually bought a couple of books. I'm a teacher. I use those books in my classes. There's actually a class that I teach called the Holocaust. So I've actually found it pretty helpful, man. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. So that's it on the fucking gift shop at Auschwitz.
So it's on the fence right there. We don't know. Is it a gift shop, a bookstore, educational or entertainment? You be the judge.
It's a gift shop.
We report, you decide.
Do we? Gary Coleman's ex was on GMA. We've talked about this a little bit to start the show, but we got actual audio of this piece of shit. She is one of the biggest pieces of shit to come out of Hollywood in quite some time.
I'd like to know if she has educated herself a bit, or if people have gotten to her and told her that her last interview didn't go over too well, didn't make her look too good.
No.
No?
Well, now she's, it's coming out, she took photos of Gary Coleman as he lay there dying.
Oh.
Didn't hear about this one?
Oh, yeah.
A couple pictures and one when he was dead, and she sold it to somebody.
She's got a death picture of Gary Coleman, and she sold it to some...
I think she's denying it, but they're saying it's true. TMZ reported it.
TMZ reported it, yeah. I think TMZ's bummed that they didn't get it.
But the Enquirer bought it.
You think the National Enquirer?
Yeah, I mean, they have enough money to do that.
Enough money? She only got low 5 figures. That's not a lot of money.
It is
Some of these
Gary
fucking
Coleman.
photos, you could get easily 6 figures.
The death figure, though, I think the death picture that she didn't sell, it was just him alive with her next to him in the hospital.
Oh, they sold it. You're right. Okay, you're right. Yeah, she sold the 2 or the 3 where he's still hooked up to fucking machines and stuff.
I think she's a cunt on wheels.
Oh, I think she has more of a responsibility in this than they're letting on to. And I think,
do too.
I think behind the scenes, there's investigations going on. Call me crazy, but I really do think that somebody's looking into this. Holy shit. What an ass.
Whose Heiner is that, Dan?
Who is
Dan.
that?
Some CSI guy's girlfriend.
Oh,
Is that TMZ?
Yeah.
Is that interracial?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
You don't like the interracial marriages?
No, not with an ass
and
like
hookups?
that.
Damn.
God. That bitch with that nice juicy cock.
Yeah. Well, here's Gary Coleman's ex on GMA. I think this went down yesterday morning. By the way, she was in a wheelchair, like Sam said. She showed up at the interview in a wheelchair.
Oh, what was
she is
me.
She is cuckoo, man.
Would she come up lame?
That's funny.
Fucking horse face.
They had to build a tent around her and fucking shoot her.
Hold on a minute. Tom in Philly. Tom.
Hey there, Tam.
Hey, I throw a challenge out to you guys.
And we accept.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this challenge.
With all the bullshit on BP on how they screwed up the environment and stuff, why don't you coordinate a boycott of all BP products?
Why?
Why? Because why should they benefit anymore?
How are they benefiting?
How are they benefiting?
They're losing billions.
Did you listen to yesterday's show when Penn Jillette was in here? He explained what you're trying to do perfectly, because I guess there's a Facebook page, boycott BP and all this. BP's company's getting destroyed.
You think
they're doing it to
this
themselves,
to
right?
11 dead employees, and they've lost billions.
Yeah.
How is this helping them?
Yeah, not counting all the lawsuits that'll eventually come of this. So why are we supposed to boycott BP? Aren't they fucking themselves over?
Yeah. Machinery
they don't need
breaks.
our help.
Machinery breaks down sometimes, and things like this happen. It's terrible. I guess they're trying to fix it, whether they're inept or able to do it. They're trying. So why boycott, sir?
Because the spirit of free enterprise reign and let the other oil companies benefit from them.
I think they're going to benefit already.
Other oil companies are drilling in the Gulf too.
You know what? I've seen the BP gas stations. I kind of go yuck, and then there's one right next door, and guess what? I pulled into that one.
Pull in.
Subconsciously, I just did that.
Some krill goes in your tank.
Right. I don't need some dumb radio guy to go, hey, we all have to boycott BP. I think in general, we all have a bad taste in our mouth, and we're not openly doing business with them.
Yeah.
And they're destroying their own company.
Are you pulling a man on us?
No, this guy is dead serious. Right, Tom?
You guys are the best, and Howard rules.
Wait, you guys are the best, and Howard rules.
Wait a minute.
See, that doesn't make sense.
But I guess...
Did he hang up?
Because
yeah, of course.
And then he hangs up.
Because he's mad. He's mad that we didn't go with his boycott idea.
God, you stink.
I bet he got all nervous when he did that and had to hang up. Oh, I did it!
How about...
You guys are the best, and Howard rules, and we love Bubba.
How about we just made a good point, and what do you have about our good point?
That's all he could say.
Instead, you panic and go with the dumb Howard thing?
Oh.
Does Howard really rule at this point?
I'd love to see that on a debate, a political debate.
Question? Does he?
And what's your opinion on the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, sir? And did you support funding for Howard rules? I got you. And then he walks off stage.
He's still good. He's still doing good radio, but he's far from ruling.
Rule.
I think the more important issue was that man was a cunt. I don't think the Howard ruling was the point. The point was that man was a cunt.
Just listen to yesterday's show if that guy's listening. Penn Jillette summed it up perfectly.
Yeah.
No, the BP doesn't need our help. They are fucking it up on their own, big time. Big time.
I'm sure they're not sitting in the office going, this is going just as we planned.
It will show in the end how much money these oil companies make, because this won't hurt them in the end. No. I know their stock's down and all that, but it's going to show how much fucking money these big oil companies actually make.
Yep.
The BP will survive. They'll absolutely survive. They'll survive all the lawsuits, the stock going down, all that crap.
They made crazy profits last year.
Did.
Crazy profits.
They could totally handle this. Gary Coleman's wife, big piece of shit on GMA in a wheelchair yesterday, went down like this.
She arrived in a wheelchair looking very frail, and she stayed in that chair throughout the entire interview, even having to take a break when she thought she might be having a seizure.
I've had a lot of health issues in the last 2 months. As you guys know, I recently have seizures, and I've had a lot of anxiety. I really miss my husband a lot, and I can barely get around, and I mean, it's been a trial.
She's got to just stop fucking talking. Has anyone actually seen her have a seizure?
No.
She goes, as you guys know, I've had seizures recently. Really? Where?
Yeah, go ahead. Show
Prove
us.
it.
Have one.
Prove it. Yeah, have one in front of us.
Go ahead. Let her rip.
And I'm really sad. What is her deal, man?
It's a complete lack of emotion when she goes, I'm sad about my husband. No, you're not. You could tell you're not. Oh, God. Someone ought to really... She ought to get a lawyer. She's really going to need a lawyer. Some kind of coach just to tell her to shut the fuck up. And what's with did she explain the wheelchair?
Yeah, because she said right in the clip. Because she gets seizures. So I guess if she's in a wheelchair, the likelihood of her having a seizure is greatly reduced.
And falling down or something?
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. She doesn't want to bang her head.
Yeah, that would be ironic.
Yeah, because the world won't survive if she fucking passes on.
No. Please. God bless her. God bless her.
All right. She continued on GMA yesterday.
You said, I've had a lot of speculation out there. I've had a lot of people sit there and say, yeah, she pushed him.
People can say whatever they want, because I know the truth. I would never hurt my husband, ever. I would, take my own life before I would ever harm him.
No, will you stop? I hate when people say shit like that. No one's taking their own life.
Yep.
Yeah.
You wouldn't actually take your own life over his.
You wouldn't go in there to fucking put a towel on his head.
Right.
When he was fucking dying on the floor.
Right, remember?
I would take my own life to save him. You didn't do anything.
You couldn't deal with his blood, and you're going to take your own life.
Yeah.
So you should have taken your own life at that point because he was still alive.
Right.
Oh fuck! Maybe if I take my own life, God will see that, and Gary will get up and walk out of the house and get medical attention. You never know, right?
What a dummy.
Take my own life before I would ever harm him.
Let me ask you, if I might, about the 911 tape.
I just can't be here with the blood. I got blood on myself. I can't deal.
I was with him down there the whole time. I was trying to find towels and stuff like that. But yeah, seeing him in a pool of blood was difficult. I mean, if it was somebody else in my situation, I'm sure they wouldn't know what to do either.
People do it all the time. People do it all the time.
Do it either. What you do is you get a fucking curtain if you have to, and you see where the blood's coming from, and try to stop the blood flow.
She's ready to kill herself to save him, but she can't even get near him to give him a fucking towel to put on the back of his head. Yeah. His little head.
Poor little head with a big gash on it.
A giant head. Actually, little body, giant head.
At one point, you had to make a decision about whether to keep him on life support.
The doctors advised me that, it was grim, and, he went into cardiac arrest as well. And so the doctors advised me that this is the best thing for him.
It was recently revealed that the couple, who were thought to be married, were actually divorced back in 2008, just shy of their first wedding anniversary. Explain to me how that is. I mean, you guys had gotten divorced and then reconciled?
We decided that wasn't what we wanted. We just had a disagreement, and after we both filed and it went through, we decided that wasn't it wasn't the right choice. We were going to renew our vows soon, but our health issues got in the way, so we were unable to do that.
Oh, she's
She's
hateable.
She's beyond hateable.
I don't believe one fucking word she's saying. I really don't believe one word she's saying.
She's fucking psychotic too, man.
There's no remorse.
A lot of lunatics in the news today.
Delusional. And somehow she is going to make out on this.
She believes what she's saying. She's one of those people. She completely believes what she's saying.
Really? I think she's
absolutely.
one of those
She's
lunatics,
fucking
or
nuts.
I think it's a little more calculated, and she's looking to turn a buck. Hence the pictures that I wanted to see. Get Don on the phone.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, if there's a death picture of Gary Coleman, of course you got to look at it.
Who's not looking?
But I mean, you got to beat her up for being the piece of shit she is.
Yep.
We have pictures from him in the studio that look like death pictures. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
That was great.
We probably could have sold those to somebody.
Get him while he's blinking.
I mean, your inner circle, though, taking pictures and fucking selling them to the tabloids, that's horseshit, man.
Vulture.
You're a piece of shit.
And what's next for you now, do you think?
I don't know. It's up in the air. I gotta go on with my life, and I gotta be positive and think positive and get my health figured out and straighten out, and
go for him.
I just hope Gary's happy, and he's in a better place and he's not suffering anymore. With
little box,
with all the health issues he's had over the years. I'm just happy that he's finally peaceful and at rest. We have discussed about death a few times, and he said it would be very unfair if he left me all of a sudden. And I mean, I really respect that, because I loved him and he loved me, and we just can't live without each other.
Well,
then
really, you see them doing fine, snapping photos.
Yeah, really.
Fucking cunt, shutter button.
Click.
Really.
Put him in a little shoebox. Nuts and bolts and whatnot.
Got yourself some money to, do well for the next year or so. So,
wonder how much he had at this point.
Fuck. He probably
couldn't have that much. He's working as security.
That motherfucker was baroque.
Baroque.
I bet he was baroque.
We got to get back to the Auschwitz. How the fuck do you say it? I don't give a shit. Dan in Smithtown. Dan.
Yeah, I'm actually originally from Iran. I went to visit Auschwitz, and it didn't exist.
You're one of those guys.
Oh, I gotcha. He's denying the Holocaust.
Are you kidding, Dan?
It's a joke. Alex Bennett rules.
Alex Bennett rules.
Dan, don't hang up.
That's pretty good.
You're obviously not a Alex Bennett fan, right?
Of course.
Come on.
I listened to him back in the 70s.
Honestly, Alex Bennett did some fine radio in his prime.
Yes.
But he's an old fucking curmudgeon that walks these halls miserable.
He really is.
All right, Dan, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Matt in Michigan. Matt.
How you doing, guys?
Oh, Michigan, Matt.
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead, sir.
I just wanted to say you guys should organize a boycott of Auschwitz. I definitely think that'd be a good idea.
Hey, what do you got on the Anne Frank thing? Because that's why I picked up your call.
Honestly, I went to the Anne Frank house, and after waiting 2.5 hours in line, at the end of the whole tour, they seriously have a gift shop and also a place where baristas brew coffee the entire time.
Oh, you get a little coffee after the Anne Frank thing.
Yeah, what's wrong with coffee? It's not like it's a fucking, fruit shake.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would be bad.
I'm sure that would be. Actually, a hot dog stand would be bad if you can ask for the Anne Frank. With sauerkraut.
You don't ask for it. You just point at the picture quietly. And the motherfuckers bring you a burger. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. You think someone has attempted that?
Oh, God.
Maybe some shock jock in that area.
A shack jack.
We're going to set up a hot dog stand and sell Anne Franks. All right, man. Let me let's go to Kobe in North Carolina. Kobe,
wow. It's an honor.
Yeah. Love your beef.
Kobe.
Tony.
Specken Sie Tag?
Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
Oh, well, now I'm not honored.
Oh, fuck. Tony, what's up?
Who cares?
Hey, that dipshit that wants to boycott BP, he wants him to go bankrupt, so we're on the hook for cleaning up the fucking mess.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, don't give him any more money to clean up the mess. What assholes.
But Obama's saying that, he's going to kick ass now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's taking names.
Kicking ass and taking names?
He's trying to find out whose ass to kick. That's what Obama's doing now.
Oh, he's researching?
You just realize that Obama can't do nothing.
No.
None of these politicians could do nothing. It's not even a fucking Democrat, Republican fucking thing. Nobody. They run their own companies the way they want to.
Yeah.
There's nothing Obama could do. Nothing.
Not about
the
BP.
local politicians. They're sitting there like, They're telling their people, They're just sitting there waiting.
We're just waiting for shit to wash up on the beach so they could clean it up.
Exactly. That's the best they could do. I don't know. Get your ass to the beach and fucking pick up some fucking tar balls.
They're trying to pass some kind of legislation to make them a little more liable than just their insurance has.
Blah, 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 blah. Really? We all need oil to survive. Guess what? But Obama's doing nothing. He'll make it look good. He's been down there, 5 or 6 times, right? Talking to local people.
Now he's going down there too much.
Going to the local crab shacks and having some crab.
Why? It's fucking oil on it.
Not yet.
Stop eating oily crab. You're the president. I bet he brings his own crab with him and just pulls it out of his pocket and does a little sneaky dip. Oh, look, crab, folks.
Look, I'm eating the crab.
And they're like, it's got pocket lint on it. You're eating a crab with pocket lint. Comment?
When you just said, look, I'm eating some crab, I went right back to Jaws. Where they, hey, come on. Go in the water.
Yeah.
Go in the water. You go in the water, everybody else will go in the water.
Go for a swim.
It's probably a mayor down there like, hey, why don't you eat the crabs? If you eat the crabs, everybody else will eat the crabs. I don't want to eat the crabs.
With his anchor suit.
Yeah.
Stupid anchor suit.
Got a suit with little broken oil things on it.
Oil rigs.
Oil rigs.
Why don't you get in that water?
Couldn't think of what they were, so I called them oil things.
Oil thingies.
I'm sweet. Everyone says so.
Let's go to Greg in D.C. Greg?
Yeah, boys, listen, I listen to you guys a lot, and sometimes I just, it's hard to agree with you. And on mornings like today, it's tough because you're beating this woman up, and all she's really trying to do is grieve for her ex. And I think that if maybe you guys went and met with her when she was at the board.
Your acting sucks a dick.
That was
there he goes.
Your acting sucks a dick.
Well, how is he even acting? What did he say?
Who rules? So far, Howard rules and Alec Bennett rules. Who are you going to say rules, Greg?
What were you saying? I actually did not hear it.
It's horrible acting.
Go down and meet with her at the Borgata July 2nd.
Oh,
a Borgata plug.
Meet with her. Is she going to be there?
Yeah, confession. I did hear it, but I made sure. I wanted to make sure everybody heard the plug because I'll ask him a question over it.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's my
I heard
acting.
them talking over me, and I was hoping that they would ask the question once again: who rules?
Thank you, sir. Who rules?
Yeah, who rules?
Chip rules.
Yay!
I fucking hate you, Greg.
This guy's Greg is pretty good. Thanks, Greg. I had to take this guy everywhere with me and something,
And something.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Kevin in Connecticut's got what happened to Gary Coleman.
Oh.
Kevin, you know, right?
Yeah, Shannon's innocent.
Yeah.
Shannon Price is innocent.
Yeah, the investigators just found out that Gary opened up that little door that keeps the ironing board inside the wall.
What was he in a 1930s house? What did the bed that comes out of the wall fall to?
Yeah, when was the last time you saw one of those fucking doors?
An ironing board. Last time I saw that, Mo opened it up and hit Larry on the head. What the fuck are you talking about?
These bed rules.
Ah, yes. It comes with a Murphy bed and a neon light that flashes out the window.
Kevin's doing radio from the past today for everybody.
Yes.
All right. So, oh, really? Let's go to Stryker in Stryker, Wyoming. Did you move on us?
No, I'm a trucker.
Okay, you're just
another Stryker?
No, there's only one of me.
What's up, Stryker?
Hey, I saw a headline this morning as I was getting ready to leave online that Americans overwhelmingly support criminal charges against BP.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, your phone
there goes
sucks
his phone.
today. Poll say
BP jammed it.
Poll says Americans overwhelmingly support criminal charges against BP. Well, guess what? That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Here's what BP does. We file criminal charges. BP closes all their stations, move everything back to their home country and says, fuck you, America, take care of it yourself. And we do nothing about it because the UK is not going to extradite them to anybody to this country.
It's not going to get that far. The only thing they could really do something about is find some kind of negligence that was done that killed those 11 guys.
Right.
As far as the oil spill itself goes, again, unless you find some kind of negligent, it's a fucking machine. It's a machine, and it's amazing this doesn't happen more often with all the goddamn offshore oil rigs that are out there.
What actually happened? It was an explosion from what? Do they know?
Yeah, build up a gas in the pipe. It built up, exploded, and they're supposed to be able to vent that shit. And there's all kinds of safeguards that were in place. Someone fucked up. I mean, there was human error in there, but it's like that shit happens. It's terrible, but it fucking happens. And then you're going to look to throw people in jail. What good is that going to do? There's still a fucking pelican with a mouthful of crude.
Uncle Paul rules.
Yes, he does.
I like the Uncle Paul.
Thank you.
This guy wants to rant about the Gary Coleman wife situation. Who's this in Jersey?
Matt.
Hey, Matt. What's up, buddy?
Not much, dude. Dude, this bitch does not deserve to take a single breath on this earth. I mean, there's
one?
strangers. No, there's strangers every day that they see something bad happen and they help right away, and she sits there and watches her husband die.
Yeah, watches someone she supposedly was in love with. Doesn't all that crap about you go out the window when you see your loved one bleeding on the floor?
Yeah, you're supposed to come to the table, you know?
Dude, I've seen people like in neck braces and stuff pull over and help people that are injured or something crazy happen. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand how she could just sit there.
Let me ask you a question. You're walking around the streets of your city, okay? Old man gets hit by a bus.
Do you suck his dick?
Do you suck his dick? Do you suck his dick? Give him one last pleasure before the fucking great beyond. Do you give him mouth to mouth? Do you give him mouth to mouth?
And I have. In a good instances, I left the emergency room one day. I was sitting in my car while my parents went in to get me my drugs. Some guy had a heart attack in the car next to me. I pulled him out of the car and performed CPR on him. My parents come running out thinking it's me on the ground. And it's just like, it's natural. I mean, it's
well, let me ask you this. Did the old man have bad breath?
No, but I had to take his dentures out first.
Ooh.
Would you give the mouth-to-mouth ant on an old guy that got hit by a bus as you're going to your car?
That's a tough one.
I would absolutely, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
I'd have to, yeah.
I mean, I do want to add that part of the... I want to add that part. I wouldn't be happy about it.
I want a dental tam.
I mean, I would hope it would be a 17-year-old girl being hit by a bus.
Needs a vigorous chest massage.
Right, but if it's an old man, fuck. You just have to do it.
I guess you have to, you know.
Oh, that would suck.
That's the whole thing. It's like, do you want to do it? No, but you're going to because you're human and you have a heart.
And the point I'm making, and then you go back to this Gary Coleman wife thing, and there's Gary dying, and she can't even fucking try to stop the bleeding.
That's
easy.
If her follow through was consistent with what she did during that 911 call, then it's fine. If some people do fold and can't handle that shit and freeze and whatever. But then to get on these talk shows and say how she would take her life if it would save Gary's life and how she loved him, and that she didn't show that at all. That's supposed to transcend the freezing up that people do during emergency situations. She didn't overcome that, but she's saying she'd take her own life to save him. Bullshit.
Balderdash.
And she's snapping pictures. Shut up, you liar. You're a lying sack.
And if it was that bad to her, why didn't she run outside to a neighbor's house or grab a car so to be like, you got to help me, I can't handle
No,
it.
she's got to wait until the blood really gets into his brain.
I don't know what her deal is, but she's going to do enough interviews where we're all going to figure it out. There's something just not right about her. I'm sure now that she's talking a lot, people will come out of the woodwork and start explaining who this Shannon Price is, who she really is,
what their relationship was. I'm sure people,
or other people will just talk and go,
Yeah.
she's a lunatic. I remember when she was in 7th grade. She talked to a sock puppet all day.
Yeah, you're gonna find
You're
out
gonna find
all
some
kinds
shit
of
out.
shit about this broad.
Now she seems like she's a hypochondriac as well.
She's a me bird, that's for sure. She's got that me bird in her.
I don't know. If I was to ever hit a girl my entire life, I would hit her.
Very good. She had that Munchausen syndrome by proxy thing where,
What is that?
but only with Gary Coleman instead of a child. It's like the mother and
the mother makes the kid sick on purpose.
Puts the fucking shit in her oatmeal.
He would hate when she would carry him in a little bassinet and say, look at my baby. Someone left him on the doorstep. And he would say, I was a TV star. And they would say, "What? This joke has no steam." And he'd say, "Yes." So ended.
It's sad how some of these TV stars' lives end. Didn't Dudley Moore I think Dudley Moore was living with a fan in Jersey or something at the end of his life.
That's right.
Some weird fucking thing was going on with him.
Everybody was, because they misunderstood something. They were all trying to dance in his foot.
His club foot.
They thought it was a place. The guy thought he was going to invest in club foot. No, it's not a place. You don't understand. You can't dance in it. You should point at it and laugh.
He wound up getting like some horrible disease.
Brain cancer?
Fucked him up. Yeah, it was some kind of brain disease.
Very rare brain fucking disease, I think.
Yeah. Club foot.
Yeah, it's a new hot spot. Everybody does the toe.
Everyone calling with their everyone calling with their Coleman cooler jokes. Please stop.
Oh my God!
Call them Morning
stop
Zoo.
it.
They'll appreciate a joke like that.
Oh, I get it.
It was funny, like when the first
It wasn't
person
even
did
then.
it.
Not even then.
It was kind of cute.
Here's what it was. Yeah, good point.
Fascinating.
What about the 100th time someone thought they were being clever with that one?
It was as annoying as the second. Times 2 through 100 were the same. Time 1 was this. Yeah, that works.
One was like, okay, that's a little clever. By 2, you're like, all
Die.
right,
So you're like,
enough.
I want to hunt him down and kill him.
Hey, it's got a monogram. Really?
Dan on Long Island. Dan.
Yeah, how's it going?
What's
Hey,
up,
man.
Dan?
I recently heard that BP had over 780 violations on the underground drilling. Where
Really?
Citgo only had 8, and ExxonMobil only had 1 over the past year. Think about that.
All right. No, maybe you're right. Then maybe they should. If they were having violations, but why was no one doing anything?
Imagine if your company had 780 violations.
People off to you can pay people off. You know.
All right. Well, then
Grease the right wheels, and shit just gets thrown under.
Plenty of grease now in the water. Get
that's
it?
where criminal charges should be filed. Then
It ain't gonna happen.
you know what I mean. If
I
they
agree
find
with you, but
cover-ups,
it ain't happening.
Yeah.
They're too fucking powerful. Big oil runs the world. It ain't happening.
Nah, they ain't.
780 violations. That's crazy. You can't have one violation with your business.
And the next company only has 8. Come on.
But what happens is when it's all brought into light like this, then they have to do something. Look, they got
we'll see.
Nixon to resign. if they could get Nixon to resign, BP can be fucked.
We'll see.
Yeah, all those
I
violations.
will bet a lot of money that they're pretty much going to skate.
They're going to pay
They'll-
a lot of fines.
Yeah,
is what they're going to
They're
do.
going to pay a lot of money out, but the company will survive.
And they'll put up some kind of a committee that has to have inspections
A
on
fake
these
committee.
things, and
It'll be a fake committee.
Yeah,
We're
and
doing
then-
the right thing so this doesn't happen again.
we're making sure this does not happen again. And then it happens again.
Let's go to Rocco in Jersey. Rocco.
Yeah, I was going to tell the Gary Coleman cooler joke, but you guys just shit on that. Ted Sheckler rules, bro!
He's a good boy.
I like the Ted Sheckler. Love him, actually.
Yeah, Ted, what guy does is yell like he's got nothing else to say.
Oh, really? Does he? Nothing else to say?
Yeah, he just goes about these stupid emporiums.
You mispronounced the Munchausen thing. Travis is going to correct you in Virginia Beach. Travis?
Yeah?
Yes.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It wasn't Munchausen disease. It was Munchkinhausen disease.
Oh, it's different.
See, you got it wrong.
Munchkinhausen syndrome.
What? Who rules?
Maxwell rules.
You're right. Sheckler rules.
Oh, Sheckler. These people
we
don't
did
have
a
radio
Sheckler already.
shows.
We did him already.
Ted doesn't have a show.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, and the radio, I don't think so. Maybe just for himself, you know.
Yeah. Ted, yeah, the cooler joke is still being twittered. Where I cannot understand that.
Oh, wow. You just did a
Cannot.
search? Was it what? How long ago?
Look at all of them.
The latest one was 8 hours ago.
All right, so maybe it's finally fading
And then 9
away.
hours ago.
Maybe
yeah,
it's
I mean, it's
finally
not,
fading
not
away.
as frequent, but still, I mean,
Yeah,
how
but
long has it
8
been?
hours ago?
It was the middle of the night.
No. Don't put coffin. Put cooler.
Oh, cooler. Right.
Let's see if that's been tweeted recently. About the same, right?
Yeah.
7 or 8 hours.
about
All right, so maybe it's fading out.
Goddamn Collins tweets again. I gotta say it.
Funny, right?
Yeah, what is he? I am
Colin Quinn.
Yeah, here's a good. And Andy Levy is.
Andy's a good guy to
too.
follow.
He's got some good tweets. Andy.
He's obsessed with the news, though.
Yeah.
He's a bit obsessed with the news.
But he throws some funny shit on there.
Oh, he's a very funny guy.
Every few tweets, it's very, very
Andy,
entertaining.
you got to turn off the news every once in a while. Go outside and play.
That's like his job. He needs to know everything that's going on.
He's got to go outside and play. Tell him.
Have some fun.
Follow Andy Levy and say, "Did you go outside today?"
I've been to the bar with those guys afterwards. They know how to tear it up a little bit. That's for sure. I was actually the first one to leave, which is odd. They were in there longer than I was.
Where?
Going to the bar after the show.
Oh, wow, yeah.
With Greg and Andy.
I just
Yeah.
came home. I was with SC Cup and Penn. Yeah, I just came home.
You don't do the after the show hangout thing?
I do sets.
Yeah, you do. You're the hardest working man in show business.
Well, was that not a good set last night? Woo, did I bomb in
Did
my
you bomb?
sports coat?
How did that happen? How does a Jimmy Norton bomb?
Well, he stands there in his sports coat and looks like a fucking cunt, fucking baseball announcer instead of a comedian.
Oh, you didn't get to change into your funny Jimmy Norton clothes?
No, I always wear
your suspenders and buttons.
You should have taken off your coat.
No, I never mind performing in a coat. I'm just saying it wasn't. The crowd was very weird last night, and the guy at the door, the security guy, told me everyone was bombing.
Yeah.
Everyone was having rough
What's
sets.
wrong? Is it just the crowd is fucked?
They weren't rude. Like, they weren't
don't get
talkative
that.
or annoying. They were just quiet. And you get that sometimes. Like, you can't even be mad at them because they're not groaning. They're not fucking with you.
Why are they there?
Just a weird mix. Who knows what happened earlier? It's just that mix, that energy.
A mongrel mulata
kind of audience. Both. I couldn't say races or performers. So
God, that's just so odd to me. It's like if you're not there, you're seeing entertaining comics. I know that much. I've seen Jimmy. I know he's fucking funny. Why are you there if you're not laughing or having a good time or finding that you're just kind of sitting there?
There's certain lines you throw out where, like, when they get nothing, you're like, oh,
wow,
it's gonna be a long 20 minutes.
that was like one that should have gotten them, and it got nothing.
But then you just beat them up.
But they weren't even. You beat them up sometimes. Other times you
Just
throw out
beat
a
the
couple
shit
of
out of
more. And when they're getting like things that should be getting like an 8, 8.5, are getting a 2.
Wow,
it's just gonna be one of those nights. You just work on your timing. You're like, you know what? I'll just fucking take it like a man.
You're
Yeah.
just in class at that point.
They're not doing anything to deserve being yelled at, other than just not enjoying me.
The cardboard Rupert Pupkin audience. Is that what you have?
I would have preferred that because they looked happy.
At least they were smiling in their frozen cardboardness.
One of my favorite parts of King of Comedy is when he leans over and he kisses Liza and he goes, "There's something about you when you go away. It just agrees with you."
And then he turns to the fake audience. Right? Am I right?
Am I right?
Am I right?
And he claps and looks at her like, "Oh, what an asshole."
Oh, but he's got to go.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Jerry. Liza, you're beautiful. Good luck at the you get somewhere in Vegas. Good luck at the Sands or something.
And he goes, I got to catch a bus.
Yeah.
Me and my chick just watched that the other night.
Oh,
It was fucking
fantastic.
It's an amazing movie.
You can't see that movie enough. It's one of those movies. Just don't get sick of it. It's great.
It really is a lovely, lovely movie.
All right, why don't we break? Well, I want to know about this dumb iPhone.
Oh my God!
We'll talk
dumb
about it after.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one that's in front of me right now, as opposed to the new one that's coming out? This is a dumb iPhone. But in 16 days, I will have the greatest phone ever.
No, you won't, because they'll release 8 of them to the store, like those fucking twats at Apple always do.
One's put aside for old Aunt.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
How do you
I
do
have
that?
my contacts. I've got my contacts. Enough said right there. Enough said. I'll have it day 1, minute 1. How do you do that? I meet people.
I want a contact.
Why don't you come down to the store with me?
Which one do you go to?
I'm not saying.
Oh.
I'm not going to say, because I don't want to blow up the spot.
Sure.
But I'll let you know. Yeah, come down. I'm sure. Be happy to see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only one I go to.
We'll talk about the iPhone next. Stay there. So let's talk iPhone.
iPhone.
Wait, I don't like the fact that guy called up and said something bad about me.
Really?
On the FU line.
What do you expect?
Hey, Chip, thanks for laughs.
Thanks for the laugh.
Thanks for bringing some joy to my life.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to hear that. Tell you the truth, Chip.
What do we know about the iPhone there?
I think I should.
It's in front of me.
Not the one they're talking about.
Oh, the new one.
I hear the fucking video on the iPhone's really, really good. I hear that you can fucking do iMovie right from your iPhone. I hear you can shoot a video, edit a video, and then put it right up on YouTube right through the phone.
Yes.
And that's why I probably will finally have to get a goddamn iPhone.
All that fun stuff and more.
Because that was the only reason I was holding out, because the BlackBerry's video is much better than the iPhone, but now, fuck.
How about this? You're on your iPad. You get a movie from Netflix, you watch it, then you pause it. You can then go to your iPhone and finish watching the movie on the iPhone.
Nice.
And the resolution of the screen is unbelievably better. And right now, it's really good. But it's going to be even better.
So why didn't they put this phone out 6 months ago?
Because they wanted people to want it more and
They
wait.
just keep sucking you in. They want you to buy a phone, every 6 months?
And they did.
Are they
put
putting
it
out 2 phones a year now?
They put it out early.
No?
No. I don't think so.
one a year.
One a year.
Every June.
One every June?
Yeah.
That's their pace? Okay.
They put it out a couple of months ago. Some drunk at a bar went, and what they're saying is that was absolutely the iPhone that guy left in the bar.
I was wrong about that.
It was absolutely
very
the
wrong
one.
about that one.
2 cameras.
2.
One on the front, one on the back, which is very good, because if you've ever tried to take a picture of yourself without an app that is like a self-timer or something, it's very difficult. You have to turn the camera around, position your finger over the little icon that snaps the picture, and then try to. Now you'll have the camera on this side,
right,
so you can see, and
line
a
up your
camera on the
shot.
other side, which
You'll
will
line
allow
up your cock shot
conferencing.
perfectly.
They'll allow video conferencing on it also, that camera, so you'll be able to do a little conferencing. The other thing is, the email is going to be like the text is. Threaded email.
Wow.
Where from one subject you see everybody instead of having to sort through your email like Gmail is. You can do it that way. It's thinner by a couple of millimeters. It's the thinnest smartphone out there.
So now we're going small again. We went small, then we went big. Now we're going back to small.
Well, they have the iPad. Since they got the iPad now they could make it a little smaller.
Now they could go back to a little smaller.
A little thinner. They made the battery life better. They got a better battery in there. I'm trying to think of any of the other features I remember.
For an additional $4.99, you can get like the iMovie app.
Yes,
which apparently runs just like it does on the Mac. So you can
iMovie, editing and stuff.
An additional 500.
Am I?
No, $5.
Am I a ghost? I said that.
What?
I didn't hear
you
iMovie
either.
thing. I know. I'm.
Yeah, the editing.
Yeah, but I mean, you could really do some.
That's what I said. I said you could shoot video right off your phone. You could edit it right on your phone, and then you could pop it right up to YouTube, all from your phone. Yeah, that's why, and that's how I started this whole thing. I said that's why I think I want to get an iPhone now, because I've always been about the BlackBerry because their video is much better, but not anymore. It seems
the cameras too are going to be higher megapixel camera,
up to 5.
So it's going to be it's going to be really a much better camera. And then I was reading a lot of message boards and things about black people, and then I went to the iPhone ones, and I read those messages.
Is that your two subjects every day?
Yeah, that's my subject.
Black people and
iPhones.
And iPads.
I'm obsessed with both. Yeah, so I was reading message boards, and you always get the people, though, that are like, oh, they're in so much trouble because the Droid is out, or they're in so much trouble when this phone comes out. Every phone that's coming out, every smartphone, is based on what Apple is doing with the iPhone. Sorry.
No one's ahead of it. You're right.
Is. No one's ahead of it. They're always chasing it. Whether they're coming up with apps, just the fact that it's called a fucking app is you'll never have the amount of apps. And the developers that are making them for the iPhone, you don't have that many making them for the other phones. So it's just always going to be that much better.
Everybody, they call the new phone that comes out from the competition is the iPhone killer.
iPhone killer.
Meanwhile, so like they're just trying to spend their time being the iPhone or being better than the iPhone when they should probably just focus on just being its own its phone on its own.
And just look at the lines outside the place when they launch these things. Every year they launch a new iPhone, and the lines are retarded.
Did you see the
who comes up with the term iPhone killer? By the way, because that is dumb marketing. Is it the company themselves?
No, it's just the
fanboys,
the bloggers.
That's the first time I ever heard it was Steve.
Yeah,
this is the iPhone killer.
Well, the fanboys aren't doing the company any favor.
That was his Nokia with the stylus, I think.
A stylus.
Did you guys
use it to deflate my air valve every so often?
Did you guys see? I think Radio Shack put signs in their window for the new Sprint 4G Evo, and it's like 4G Evo line starts here, and it was like launch day, and then there was a whole bunch of pictures of the lines that were in front of these Radio Shack, which there was none.
Nothing.
So it was just an empty street, empty sidewalk with a sign.
Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
I'm sure it's a great phone, but I mean, you know, it's not killing anything.
No, this is going to be another huge hit, I think, for Apple. I think when this is launched and people start using it, like you're saying, just the fact that you can edit video and quality HD video.
I know. 720 or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be really good quality video.
Oh my God! I'm losing my grip. I can't. I can't do it. I can't.
You know what? The BlackBerry makes a great doorstop. It really does.
BlackBerry's hanging in there.
Want to prop a door open?
It'll just be like having a flip on your phone.
I know.
With better
Trust
editing
me,
tools.
I know. That's when I read that. I was like, "Fuck." I'm starting to shake. I might have to do this.
BlackBerry guy is stubborn.
I ran to the BlackBerry people. I'm like, "When the fuck is your phone coming out?" They're like, "Oh, maybe in the fall." I'm like, in the fall.
They fucking stink. They put out that piece of shit Storm. Yep. It was fucking click, 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 click.
You didn't like the clicky buttons?
Fuck BlackBerry. They lost me forever with that piece of shit. That's your idea to the iPhone, you stubborn faggots?
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't just realize that enough with the buttons. You don't need fucking buttons anymore. No. They're all trying to like appease BlackBerry and, well, we have this and we have the buttons. How about this? Fuck buttons.
Touchscreen.
Touchscreen is going to be everything.
Touchscreen's the way of the future. And I got to tell you, that fucking iPad is great. I completely apologize for bashing the shit out of it for as long as I did, because when I get home, I pick that thing up and carry it around like a little electronic newspaper and magazine.
But can't you just carry around your very light laptop?
You know, I was saying that. I said I got the Mac Air.
And if you're outside, it could sit on your lap nicely.
You know what, though? It's just that much
I'm just
easier.
asking. I don't know. I haven't really worked the iPad
Yeah,
yet.
I was thinking the same thing, though. I was like, I got a little Mac Air. Why do I need this? It's so much easier to just pick it up. You leave it laying around on a table. You don't have to go like, all right, I got to get my power source. I'll plug it in. I'll log on. I'll boot up Windows or boot up the Mac OS or whatever.
Right.
You just pick it up and carry it around like a book. And then you hit the thing. You go through your apps. Boom. You're fucking browsing, bam. You drink your coffee, boom. Now I'm like Bob Kelly, you fucking douche. Made me fucking try it out. It's great, though. It really is. And then I was doing like some online banking yesterday, which I usually do on my iPhone because it's got a online banking app. and I was doing it on my iPad at double the size. I mean, the size of the iPad. And the numbers are big, so you could be a retard doing your banking. It's just this giant version of what I was using before. And you could go really quick because the keyboard's a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like making sure you don't make a mistake putting the amount of a check in there. It's just fantastic. Oh, the lines for the Sprint at the Sprint store?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. And watch, when this is released, I think June 24th, right? You're going to be seeing a lot of people in front of Apple stores everywhere.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
You just think it's going to be like one guy?
Nah, more than one.
Me?
5 or 6.
What? I don't think you're going to see like the length of lines that you have in the past. I mean, I'm sure there will be some, but because now the availability is in so many more places.
Yeah.
Like, you can get an iPhone at Best Buy now, so I'm pretty sure that while there will be lines, I don't think it's going to be like anything that there was in the past.
I think you'll be annoyed at having to wait. That's what I don't think it's going to be those lines around the block like the original launch of the iPhone.
Are you annoyed when it's something cool, though, that you're waiting for, like the new iPhone?
I hate waiting for anything. Yeah. I hate being online for stuff because I know that other people are not going to do the transaction as quickly as me.
They always have too many questions in front of you.
Yeah.
Dumb questions.
People are asking questions.
Questions they can answer themselves.
You don't want questions. It's like, I want the phone, give it to me, and that's it.
They just want human interaction or something. It's like, shut up. You know the answer to that question. Why are you still asking questions?
Can this make a call?
There's lines behind you. I'm just talking in general.
Can I text?
Just talking in general. Dumb, stupid questions always in front of you as you're sitting there like, I want to be out of this store now.
Nothing worse than the pharmacy counter when you go to pick up a prescription or something. And
Will this cause a rash?
What do but my insurance company said I could get the generic. So could you call my doctor? And while you're doing that, I'll stand here and ask you 80 more inane questions. And then you're standing behind and just... and then you just give your name when you're finally like, can I help you? Here's my name. Give me that. I'll swipe my card. There, I'm done. Thank you for my Valtrex. Kidding, of course.
Ron in Connecticut.
AIDS cocktail.
Ron.
I take both.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Ron.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, Jimmy, this phone's designed just for Jimmy. I heard on the news, I think yesterday, that even Steve Jobs, when he premiered it, couldn't get a fucking signal.
They said that wasn't a phone issue, though.
I saw the video. It wasn't a signal with the phone issue. They were on the wireless network, and the network was fucked up. It had nothing to do with the phone. The network was fucked.
Yeah, well, that's what they say, but,
No, it's not what they say. They were running wireless. They were running wireless. It had nothing to do with the phone company, with AT&T, with running it on 3G or anything else. It was the wireless network. Like when sometimes you're at work, you go on your computer to go online and you can't get it to a web page. That's what happened to them.
But they were saying it was a phone, though, right, dude?
No!
Of course they would blame others. They don't want to take the responsibility for that.
Yeah, but there's an icon.
They're very smart to do that.
On the home screen, which indicates that Wi-Fi is connected.
It's connected.
Well, that's what they would say.
Sir, comment?
That's what they would say.
Well, I don't know. It's just, I guess they should just
like talking.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, a lot of people saying this, though. I mean, a lot of people saying, wow, Steve Jobs kind of had a little bit of a problem
It was a blip.
But I don't have... There's 2 clips from that. Steve Jobs tries to go to the New York Times website.
Yeah, that was the one where...
this is worth playing. The second clip's really funny because someone has a suggestion in the audience. Did you hear about the suggestion in the audience?
Yes.
I'm going to go to some websites. I'm going to go to the New York Times today.
Today?
And let's just compare these websites.
Websites?
Horrible voice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably... You know how mad he must be?
Oh, someone's dying.
Our networks in here are always unpredictable, so they're I have no idea what we're going to find.
Oh, he must be livid.
They are slow today.
Unpredictable like his liver. Poor guy.
You could help me out if you're on Wi-Fi, if you could just get off. I'd appreciate it. We're having a little problem here. I don't know what's wrong with our networks.
We're going to turn this thing around.
Yeah. Oh, man. They're laughing at him. They'll all laugh at you.
All right. We're going to switch over to some backups here. I have a feeling we might have the same problem.
This is the big the big announcement.
Well, geez, I don't like this.
Do you know how fucking livid he must be?
Oh.
He's panicking. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to primaries. I'm afraid I have a problem, and I'm not going to be able to show you much here today. I can show you some pictures in the camera roll.
Holy
I
crap.
can show you some pictures. This is me.
He's not good at improv, is he? He can't really just go with it.
Here's our chief internet guy being executed in 2 hours. Here's me jerking off in front of a schoolyard. Here's a log I dropped this morning, and here's Anthony's gun.
Before I lost 200 pounds.
The only thing I don't understand about that is if you're demoing the iPhone on Wi-Fi, why wouldn't you have your own private network
Dedicated
that's just
private,
for that?
just for one phone.
Why would you be
yours.
connecting to the public Wi-Fi that's there?
Everyone else in there is connected to it and fucking rolling.
Doesn't make any sense.
They're rolling
Is
on
that
it.
really a picture from the new iPhone?
Yeah, let me blow it up
Holy
here. This
shit,
is full
have
res.
they figured
That's
out
full
the
resolution.
fucking camera?
Look how big that is. That's full resolution.
No, come on.
That's the full size. That's the full size iPhone 4 camera pic.
Oh my
Can't
god,
say
they've
if
come
I
a long
like the
way with the
picture much.
iPhone pic. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing the resolution this thing has.
That guy needs to fucking get that mole removed.
Yeah.
Really.
And if we can punch it up, I'll let you see it. No, you get nothing. You're standing there like a dolt now.
Well, Steve
Poor
tries
fuck.
again, and this is where the suggestion from the audience comes in. It's pretty good.
Try one more time here. Boy, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Oh, here. Scott, you got any suggestions?
Verizon!
We're actually on Wi-Fi here, so all right. Well, we're gonna hope that things get fixed before my next demo here.
He's not feeling any jokes. He doesn't want any jokes.
You hear the laugh and the applause that got?
Yeah.
Good. Fuck AT&T.
That guy probably got removed from the venue.
And executed.
Yes.
What a bore Steve Jobs is, though.
He's horrible
What
in
an
front of an
uninteresting
audience.
guy.
If something goes wrong, he's horrible.
Guy's a computer genius, and I'm mad that he can't improv as his demo is going down the toilet. I'm a faggot.
Down the shitter.
You better damn right be able to improv, though. You never know when something's going to go wrong. You can't just assume everything's going to work perfectly. You got to have a plan B.
Got to have the backup plan. That was a Wi-Fi issue with not even with the phone. It was with the server that they had running over there. So, you know, I'm really psyched for it. I'm a fucking dickhead when it comes to these goddamn iPhones. I have a stack of them now. I'm just gonna keep getting them.
You can use those as iPods.
Yeah,
Not that you would.
yeah, take them to the range.
I make hats out of them. I put them all in like
Do
a
ya?
little. I put them all. I tape them together, and I put a brim on them, and I wear iPhone heavy hats.
They're very heavy.
Yeah.
Blue Healer writes, Jesus fucking Christ, stop gushing over a 5 megapixel camera when the competition is already at 8.
He's right.
5 is good enough, though, is what you learn.
5 is
good fucking enough.
Travis and I were talking about this just
1.2 is
before in the
not that
office.
great, but 5 is good enough.
I don't
is what you
I don't
learn.
care.
Hold on. Let me hear Dan's conversation with Travis.
I don't care about the. I mean, everybody takes pictures on their mobile device, but no one's taking serious pictures with their phone. You still have a digital camera to take serious pictures. So a 5 megapixel camera in your phone is plenty good.
It's pretty fucking amazing.
If you want to take a great picture, you get out your real camera.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, let me bust out my HTC and take a nice real picture.
How many megapixels do you need to take a good cock picture and send it
Really?
off?
People,
Depends on your nationality.
I don't need
Black 1. If you're Asian, 17.
I don't need an 8 megapixel photo of what you're having for breakfast.
Yeah. Here's my salad.
Egg whites.
Right.
Egg whites and 2 severed fingers.
At 5 megapixels. Old 5 megaton is taking a 5 megapixel picture. Oh, poor Big A. I'm sorry, a Big A. A Big A.
This guy wants to talk about the iPhone killer, the Google phone.
Oh, the Google.
Now see.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, sir.
Are you serious?
Yeah, serious. I mean, how many times we got to go over this? Now, let me say up front, look, I'll give Apple credit where it's due. They're the first ones to bring this iPhone and miniaturize all this technology and do the touch screen. But here you guys all being like little girls acting about how they're forging ahead and breaking new ground. No, they're not. Apple is now playing catch up with every company. Just like your guys back there said that all these other, phones now have 5 and 8 megapixel phones. Well, what does Apple do? Well, now they're playing the catch up game. So, for once, you guys need to stop shitting over these.
No, they improved their megapixels on their phone. Isn't playing catch up.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much.
It's improving on something that's out there. They are coming up with the new technology that other companies are taking.
New technology?
Yes.
Another cameras?
Right. How about, no, not new camera. Fuck the camera. I'm not talking about the camera. They increased the megapixels on the camera. Thank you for that. It's not a new megapixel technology. Isn't brand new. It wasn't invented by the Droid or Google guys. But touchscreen, the way touchscreen is used on a phone is absolutely been done by the iPhone better than anything else out there.
Right. They invented it, they've done it, but now everyone...
And apps. Fucking apps. Putting apps on your phone. That is absolutely a fucking Apple design.
Right, but where are they doing anything new? Wow.
Right.
Pushing the megapixel.
Where are they doing anything new? Pushing the... fuck you!
Well, you got to answer
This guy's right, though.
You got to answer the question.
Steve Fabrizio rules!
This guy's right.
I'll just blurt out listeners and say how they rule.
But I mean, seriously,
Yep.
we're just adding more megapixels to the camera.
Frankus!
He's right, though. There's only...
Frankus!
You gotta answer this guy's tough questions, Anthony.
I did.
The iPhone. Apple releases the iPhone.
Yep.
3 megapixels.
Yeah.
Another
There you go.
Now release another phone. It goes 5
All right.
megapixels.
Who cares about the megapixel wars?
That's the thing. There's always going to be something better now. So Apple's only going to release. Yeah, Apple's going to release one phone a year. So they're not going to have everything that they should have 6 months ago because they're releasing it now.
Yeah, if the Google phone was able to put out an image of Princess Leia saying that Obi-Wan Kenobi, can you help? We need help. That would be like, holy motherfucker, that's amazing. That's new technology. Just each one outdoing each other's megapixels is not developing something new, dummy.
Yeah, there's one iPhone and there's like 100 Android phones.
Yeah.
So they're all going to be different and they're all going to have something, better than the other one.
Plus,
I agree with that.
The iPhone changed the way people have their smartphones and use their smartphones in the first place.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd like to see where the mobile market would be without the iPhone.
Without the
picture.
iPhone right now, where we would fucking be. Still flipping the flip phone thing open. And,
Look at my cool slider phone.
yeah.
Hey, the slider phone's ruled.
I never understood. I don't.
I remember you and your Pebble.
I love
you
my Pebble.
worshipped your Pebble.
I wanted to skip it across a lake.
We hated the Pebble.
There wasn't a
The whole
better
company
phone.
hated
There
it.
wasn't a better phone out there at the time.
Sure, there was the Brick, the Sandstorm.
Why are people so passionate about their dumb phones?
They really are.
And what is
You
the
know
best
why?
phone
It's
out
your-
there?
It's your friend.
What is the best phone out there?
The iPhone.
Well, of course you're going to say that. What do the experts say?
The only
iPhone.
The only thing I'm
Are
hearing.
the experts saying the iPhone's the best phone out there?
It's really good, and the only real viable competition that I keep hearing about, because that's how you could really measure the success of a phone, is if you keep hearing and hearing and hearing about it. And for the last, I guess, month or 6 weeks, all I'm hearing about is the HTC Incredible. That's all I'm hearing about.
Really?
It's supposed to be a really good phone.
Is it incredible?
Yeah, it's a very good phone.
And
How do
people,
you
and people that
call
play
it
with
incredible?
people that play with it will say it's a really good phone, and like that coming from some people who have iPhones, and even from people who don't have iPhones, everybody agrees.
I'm taking a
it's
look
still
at the
pretty cool
HTC
phone.
today, right after the show.
Really?
I'm taking a look.
I can answer your question as to why people are so passionate about their phones.
Yeah?
Because nobody wants to think they made a 2-year mistake. Committing to a company or a technology because you're stuck with it. It's $500. People can't afford to run out and keep buying new phones.
Right.
So everybody wants it to be the right decision. Point.
It's also your
Point, Jimmy.
constant companion.
Yeah.
It's your companion, your friend. Your phone is your friend. It's your link to everything in the world. So you want it to be the best. You don't want to think you have bad friends.
Lou in Jersey. Lou?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
What kind of phone do you have, Lou?
Just letting you know that Apple is third in market share behind BlackBerry and Android.
Yeah, we understand market share, but that's different than quality. BlackBerry has been adopted by the business world more so than the iPhone has.
Yeah,
so a lot of people that a lot of people that are working for large companies have BlackBerries and in their personal life have a fucking iPhone. They don't like the BlackBerry, a lot of people, but they have to use it because of the workplace. It's like Windows. A lot of people don't like Windows, but they use it at work because their whole company uses fucking Windows.
I agree, and the new iPhone actually does look pretty awesome. But I have both an iPhone and an Android. They're both pretty awesome.
That fucking BlackBerry, they don't have a touchscreen. That Storm is a piece of dog shit. That click, 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 click.
And that was the phone that made me make the big jump to iPhone exclusivity as well.
They came out with one since the click, 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 though. They
but
made it a little easier, right?
Shit
but
too,
I didn't buy it.
It's still clicking?
They made it a little better. It's not as awkward to use, but it's still shit. I can't stand it.
Why would it click at all? Who the fuck thought clicking was a good idea?
Because I think they wanted to incorporate some part of the keyboard with it.
I know. They're assholes.
There's
They're
no
known for their
need.
keyboard.
No need to. The iPhone, they figured it out too, where you're using the touchscreen keyboard, and as you touch the key, it expands under your finger, so you know which key you're hitting. It's just a better design.
Well, there you go. James has something very important to say right now.
Oh,
James
shit.
in Georgia. James.
If you guys go on YouTube, there is a Google Map image of an Air Force base down below Jacksonville, Florida. And the government's doing some kind of an assembly of something. Because if you look at it, Anthony, I know you know how to read these maps. The airstrip is loaded with little white, looks like vans or something. All parked. And there's probably 2,000 or better of them. And I don't know what's going on.
And where exactly is this, sir? Where exactly is this?
If you go to Google, if you go to YouTube, and look up Air Force Base, Jacksonville Air Force Base.
Right.
This video where this guy has shown the imagery of that, and all on the Air Force, the landing strip.
On the landing strip, there's some kind of aircraft, right?
No, there's not aircraft. It's in rows of 5 across, and I don't know how many down.
Yes.
In 2 separate columns. There are white, they look like vehicles, like UN vans.
White vehicles.
Vehicles, yeah.
So
and
what are they?
All lined up, all up and down.
All right. What are they saying they are, sir? Let's cut to the chase.
Okay, I don't know.
I just think he's a
vans.
paranoid lunatic.
It's probably a U-Haul fucking place, not an airstrip.
No.
I know, I'm kidding, stupid.
That was a joke, James. Jesus.
Okay.
No,
hold the
Nope.
I think the military is getting ready to follow up some kind of evacuation or something. I don't know where it is.
Why would you assume that based on a YouTube video of maybe some squares on a runway?
I'll tell you why, because he has white stuff in the corner of his mouth right now.
And he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, and he's fucking smoking a lot.
Does your office look like a beautiful mind? With strings and circles on the fucking newspapers?
That was a joke too, James.
Yeah, don't worry about
What
it.
I'm saying is the phones are a distraction.
All right. Well,
All right, now this is in Florida?
Yes.
Now, how about this? How about there's an oil spill down there, and maybe it's some kind of deployment to clean up the oil?
Yeah, but the oil spills in Louisiana, not Florida.
Yeah, but don't you know that the Gulf Stream is carrying the oil to the coast of Florida? You have heard that, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps this is some kind of effort to clean up the beaches, and they're just starting to deploy these things. Wouldn't you think that is a little more that makes a little more sense than an evacuation for some reason?
Well, yeah, it does make sense, but I'm not saying I don't know if it's an evacuation or what the procedure is. It's just very suspicious.
It's not suspicious. Why is it suspicious? And if it's so suspicious and secretive, why is it on YouTube?
It
for
is a
everyone
little
to
bit,
see?
though. I know what he's saying.
Because the Google Maps imagery of the story you guys were doing last week about Google going around door to door and taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
they captured this.
All right, dude. Then, in your own words and with your mind, what do you think this is? With a little more detail.
I think the government, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
I think Obama is a master of distraction. And there's something going on where, you know how they push the health care issue.
Love these guys. Yeah, the healthcare issue. Sure. That fits in well with this conversation.
Know that they're also, Anthony, this pertains to you and me both. Do you know that they also are trying to enact a UN small arms ban? Hillary Clinton's behind that one.
Yes, I'm up to date on all of the arms bans that are pending or they're trying to do.
What do you think it is, sir? What do you think it is?
Yeah, what do you think it is?
Well, I think they're getting ready to do something where it's going to be like Russia or China or something like that. And the military is going to be enacted as the police.
So you think we're going to be under martial law?
I do. I think
When is this going to happen? Before 10:30? I got to get home. I know that would martial law would make some really wicked traffic.
Yeah, they make good amps, though.
No, that's Marshall amps.
Oh.
So when is this going to happen, you think?
I don't know when it's going to happen.
What's your hunch? Sooner than later?
What does your psychiatrist think?
Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way. I have land out in the country, okay? I have horses, so if the price of oil or gas go up and I can't afford to drive, I've got alternate transportation.
You got horses. That's
Sure.
good. That works.
This guy's part of one.
Yeah, that's great. I love getting a horse up to 60 miles an hour on the expressway.
Yeah.
Oh, literal Jim. Yes, sir?
Somebody's going to be able to afford to drive. So if you have to get somewhere, why not have alternate source of transportation?
I could afford to drive.
Why not get a turtle? Just get there slower.
Well, if you want to ride a turtle, Jimmy, you got that.
This is coming from a very reliable source in the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It says, tell him to shut up. He's blowing up our plan to replace all B-2 bombers with cargo vans. And that's coming right from the FBI. So, sir, I think you're in trouble. I think you better hop on those horses and head for the hills now because you've let the cat out of the bag.
Instead of bombers now, the vans are going to just drive through neighborhoods and they're going to throw the bombs out the door and drive away.
Well, the other thing I'm telling you guys is keep your eyes
right ahead.
Okay.
There's some kind of distraction going on.
There's a distraction going on.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it was this call.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for that info.
Okay.
All right.
If you get a chance, just go to YouTube and check out the video and look for yourself.
We tried searching for it, and your search terminology yielded no results.
I'll tell you what, Anthony, I follow you on Twitter. I'll send you the exact link through Twitter.
Oh, could you do that? Yes, send me the exact link, and make sure you put in information about, who you are and everything, okay?
Yeah. Your name and where you are.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. All right.
Later. Holy shit. I love people like that. I'm fascinated by them. He really thought something was going down.
Nothing's going down.
Nothing's happening. Relax.
Bunch of white vans. Probably a giant carpeting company.
He thinks it's an airstrip.
Yeah, it's a Siemens in Florida.
They're delivering shitty furniture.
Yes. Oh, that's where I ordered my beverages from.
I get it. Come.
Yes. I like that. It's Lavoris, but it's cum.
It comes from a man named Lavoris.
Yes.
The colored gentleman. A gentleman of color.
So, I don't think that means anything.
No. That's but wow, there's some paranoid people out there. Just when people are telling me that I'm very paranoid in my thinking with the government and everything, like you listen to somebody like that and realize, wow, you can really go over the edge.
Yeah, but you see how people just take their sources from anywhere. Like this guy said, he saw a YouTube video. So it's a government conspiracy.
They pull shit off of YouTube if it's a copyright infringement because there's 2 seconds of a song on it.
Right.
They will pull it off. They're gonna leave sensitive government satellite pictures on there that
it is
might
off.
disclose some kind of
It is
secret.
gone.
It's gone?
It is gone.
Oh,
right,
shit.
Danny?
I couldn't find it.
All right,
We could not find it.
I stand corrected. He was absolutely right. It's a distraction, and martial law is coming.
There's a bunch of white vans outside of Sherwin-Williams, and there's a photo of them. and I want to know what's happening.
I saw some brown vans driving, and they were stopping at almost every house, dropping off packages. I don't understand.
That's right. They're going to take over the sky because they're called ups.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Boo. It was probably a fucking FedEx outlet.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Like, what are they-
Or a warehouse.
Or just a FedEx hub where they land their planes and trucks fucking get loaded up with shit.
Or maybe it's a white van factory. Maybe they make white vans.
Put it this way. It's anything but the initial steps to martial law.
Yeah, perhaps it's maybe some rich guy molests children everywhere. So he needed a van for every city. If you could get closer, you'd see that all those vans have little beds.
Yes.
And little
tiny little cartoon characters and mobiles inside. Little mobiles that go tinkle, tinkle.
Yes, I need 500 vans with cotton candy machines, and I need them immediately.
It is amazing, though, how far people can fall mentally. Wow. That is something. Yeah, that guy was a stark raving lunatic. He
was cuckoo.
Yeah, it's just paranoia to that level. It's just, come on, what are you
Paranoia
thinking?
is such an odd thing because they honestly believe it. Like, that guy is telling everybody about these vans.
Yeah, and he's just he's probably not even having emotion as he talks. He's just kind of staring at one point in the room and talking. He's really so bent on his point being right.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, they're out there.
So what was it?
No one knows.
Apparently a
We still don't know?
distraction. It was a distraction
Yeah.
that Obama's doing, and there's going to be martial law in place. The military is going to take over as police.
Sweet.
He had no reason for this, or no time frame, but he did say that when there's no fuel because of this, he does have horses as alternate means of transportation.
I missed all that because I had to take a leak. God damn it.
You know,
Fuck.
it happens.
I love
it
the
happens.
crazies.
I know, the crazy people.
Love the
are the
crazies.
best.
He wasn't annoying crazy. He was just
He was frightening crazy.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait until he tweets me with that link so I can not follow him and report him to the proper authorities.
People still want to talk about their phones.
They love their stupid phones.
Are we done with the phones?
I'm pretty much done with the phone.
Someone wants to defend the Droid. Someone's talking about the HTC Evo. What's the
Evo?
What's up with the Evo over the Incredible?
Aside from provider, I don't really know. It's the Evo. It's the first phone on the 4G network. But Sprint's the only person that has it. So
Sprint.
Yeah, I don't really have any experience with them, so I'm not sure if they're. If
When
they're
will
okay or
Verizon be 4G ready? And
I don't have to look it up. I have no clue.
Next year.
because I'm wondering if they're going to have problems when they get the iPhone because all the data being used on their
Data.
network may be a problem. Yeah, I've speculated this many times.
many times.
With people, whoever will listen, I'll just sit down and talk and go, do you think that if another provider had them, there'd be the same problem?
Same problem.
Is 4G that much better than 3G?
It's one better.
I know it's
By
one
one.
better.
It's one more better.
What is a G, by the way?
But this goes to 4.
Generation, actually, of like the cellular network.
Talking about my 4G generation. Come on,
Talking
Jimmy, sing
about
it.
my
Generation.
Oh, yeah.
You can't make
Come
fun
on,
of the
Jimmy.
Who.
Who are you?
They're
Jimmy
tolerable.
Jimmy doesn't like the Who.
I don't hate them. They're just annoying and they're a good band, but I thought overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Classic rock.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But, a little too loved by the fucking fruits at Rolling Stone and the critics.
You do hold a grudge because
Yes,
of
I
your
do.
Black Sabbath
I
experience.
fucking certainly do.
Yes, sir.
The Who was pretty strong, though, man.
They were strong, but overrated. They were a good band. Very good band. Overrated.
Yeah.
Why overrated?
Just, they were. I mean, I think that they're...
I love their stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I think...
I mean, the Who is tough to defend. That one's tough to defend.
Who are you? Oh, I get it. The band name.
I liked a lot of stuff off of Quadrophenia. That was a good album.
What's off that one?
Yeah. If I heard them, I would.
They
know
had
them in a
some good
second.
songs. Again, I would buy a Who's maybe greatest hits album.
What about Love Rain on Me?
Yes,
Don't know that one.
Like that?
Yes.
Oh, what about The Kids Are All Right on my hard drive?
I'm sure. Is that Kids Are All Right? I don't know that one. I know.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
I know.
a little happy.
What about Won't Get Fooled
Hoppy
Again?
little
What
tune.
about Baba O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Wait. Well, can you play some of these, Travis? What?
Teenage Wasteland, you know.
That's a good song.
That's a classic.
Won't Get
Baba
Fooled
O'Reilly.
Again.
Yeah.
How's that
We
one?
won't get fooled again.
Terrible job of selling it.
You know.
There's
it's
a
hard
Lady
to-
Gaga. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, enough with this one.
You don't like this one?
I don't remember it. It's okay. I'm so sick of it.
But you know something? In their heyday, when you see them live, and
Keith
this
Moon
would
is fun to
kick
listen
in.
to.
Oh,
Not really.
great.
He's dead.
Not anymore, yeah.
Oh.
He was a great drummer.
Yes,
I saw the Who at Giants Stadium, and they start off with that goddamn the overture to Tommy and they had like all the horns and everything. It was so loud and fucking cool.
It's kind of cool.
It was. It was
Something
great.
different.
It's a rock opera. Enough with them.
They brought the whole Tommy concept on the road. I don't remember
Exactly.
that.
They're fucking Sticks 15 years earlier. It's Mr. Roboto.
You can't do that to the Who.
Fucking
You can't just throw Roboto at the Who.
Giant robot. Fucking
I-
Dennis DeYoung on the backside.
No, I can't allow you to do that to the Who.
Giant. They were mad that he wanted the robot to have a big cock
I
on
say
it.
Black Sabbath is like Air Supply.
But Sabbath never did that stuff. It was just the guys on stage.
Neither did Air Supply. They just played music on stage. Yeah.
You're right. They've been compared to Air Supply. I'll accept
They
that.
have, yeah, a lot of times. The music is similar.
This song is decent, and I like the music and drumming, but it's
Yeah, this is the good shit.
I wouldn't say this does much for me, though.
No?
It doesn't suck.
I think the Who has been, it's obviously dated, you know.
I still
but
get
it's
into
good,
the Who.
It's good shit. It's
What
good
about
dated.
Behind Blue Eyes?
Let's hear it.
Little ballad?
A little ballad that
And
rocks
then
a
it
little
rocks
bit.
in, kicks in and rocks later.
This bugs me.
See here.
This is a little soft.
Cool,
But it
man.
kicks in, Jimmy.
No one knows what it's like
I like this song.
to be the bad man.
This is a very good song.
Who hasn't made out and felt up a girl to this song? Right? Yeah.
And then when it gets rocking, you punch her in the face.
Yeah. No, that's when you just shove your hand down her pants. After you're gently caressing her during this part of the song. And then when it kicks in, you just go 3 fingers deep. And she goes, ow, stop it. No?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Young Captain.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's not as a love song, you know. I'll take She's Gone by Sabbath, but I still like this.
Danny's still looking for the Vans on the runways.
They're there somewhere, if you look close enough.
John Entwistle, the late John Entwistle.
Is he dead too?
Yeah. He's dead.
Let's see.
You don't like this?
No, is Pete Townsend gonna spin his arm in a circle?
With the windmill?
With his suit jacket?
The windmill?
What's wrong with the windmill?
Everything.
It's the English look with the jacket.
Exactly. Fucking suit jacket.
What did the Who ever do to you?
Rock out in a suit jacket.
My God, they
Fucking
sold a few
twat.
albums.
Dressed like my lawyer.
Apparently it's better than going up on stage to do your comedy in one.
Oh, I should have been spinning my arms. I was spinning my wheels. Get it? I was a jukebox dud. That's Foreigner, but you know.
Enough with the Who.
The audience was going, "Who are you? Who? Why are you here? Yeah, boo, boo, boo." Oh, what else were they saying?
Shit.
I think the audience wants to hear Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Can you give us a little teeth going in a break? Little teeth.
Even though
Teeth was good. I liked it.
We're trying to turn everybody
on
onto Teeth before regular radio grabs it.
Speechless is better, but Teeth is very
No,
catchy.
Teeth has a fucking nice little beat to it. Lady Gaga, Teeth as we go to break. Just a little bit, a little taste. No? You got it, Travis?
Toofuses.
No, Danny's gonna have to play it. It's not in the
Oh,
song.
you got that?
I'll do Toofuses.
Is that how we did it yesterday?
Yeah, Sam played it yesterday.
Sam's a queer.
Don't be scared. I've done this before. Show me your teeth. Show me your teeth.
Sounds like a party in the East Room.
Sounds like Lennon. Everybody talk about
money. Shit's ugly. Just want your sex.
This is a good one.
Take a bite of my bad girl meat. Take a bite of me. Show me your teeth. Let me see your
Oh boy, does Chip want to move?
Got no direction.
Chip can dance.
I need direction.
My girlfriend was so bothered by Chip's dancing in the kitchen last night. She got very uncomfortable.
Wouldn't. Chip's dance is stupid. Let me see.
Hold on.
Look at Chip's dance is great.
Hold on. Do you need to dance to the song?
I ain't dancing without music.
All right, hold on.
It's teeth.
It's teeth.
Chip wants to dance to Lady
To the
Gaga.
music.
Teeth.
Let's go down.
You can hear it in your headphones. This is Chip dancing.
Show me your teeth. Open your mouth, boy. Show me your teeth. Show me what you got. Show me your teeth.
What the hell is he
Got
doing?
no salvation. No salvation.
That's how I dance.
Yeah? And your girlfriend was embarrassed by that?
She literally ran over and hugged Chip and said, "You have to stop." Because she said the intense look on his face was so uncomfortable.
I love that. Yeah, it's that intense look, like you're trying much too hard.
But he had on like the long sleeve shirt and his collar was flipped up. And she didn't like that, or the hop move, which he did.
Do the hop move again.
It's that hop over, the one hop.
Do the hop move this time.
Do it again.
I didn't do this.
Take a bite of my bad girl. Show me your
Look at his face.
Tell me something that'll save me.
Nice
The
Chip
hop-
dancing.
It's a different hop dance that she's not going to do right
Yeah. Well, that was videotaped. I can't wait to see it.
That's how Chip does it.
Let's see if this old fucking laptop works today. I'll fucking put it up right now.
The old fucking laptop.
Oh. Can we go to break?
Yeah, we should. We should do that.
I feel like shit today.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
I don't feel good today.
You got boo-boo?
I haven't been
tummy,
sick in about a
boo-boo
year.
head?
I was just bragging about that. You should never brag about how long you've gone without being sick.
No.
Because I think that's
the worst.
I think you already know you're going to be sick inside, and that's why you say that.
That's why the thought pops in your head?
I think so.
It's like, I think I'm good. I haven't been sick in a long time.
My throat is on fire and upper,
want something for
upper
that?
respiratory. No, that's okay. I don't need that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't need that.
Mine is too.
I don't need that.
Come.
Just very dry in the throat and the upper chest.
Yeah? You feel hacky?
No, nothing's coming up, though. No, nothing's coming up. Might just be exhausted. All right, we'll break and we'll continue. Stay there. Now you're talking. What else is going on in the world today? MTV apologizing for all the cursing at their movie awards. Whatever.
What?
Whatever. They were fully aware of what was going
Yes. Are they apologizing?
down. They got people talking.
Are they really talking, though, or is it just kind of a... Like they apologized before anyone really complained.
Yeah, no one cares as much.
No.
But Hall & Oates cancel Phoenix concert in protest of immigration law. Uh-oh.
Looks like me and Ope are going to do a show.
What?
We're going to have to go down there and fill in.
Oh, just
Yeah. We'll hit the stage.
Imagine. We'll start a fucking Hall & Oates cover
Hall & Oates
band
cover band.
when this fucking radio thing shits the bed. Well, what's that about? Hall & Oates very upset, huh? With the
Oh.
immigration law?
You know what? Fuck these people that don't like this immigration law.
There's a lot of fine people in Phoenix that have nothing to do with the actual immigration law.
Yeah.
Why are you making those people suffer? They need their Hall & Oates. They need their Sarah Smile.
Yes.
And she's gone. Here we go. All right. Now we're talking.
Arizona needs this.
They certainly do.
Why are they keeping this from the Arizonians? When they start getting involved in this political bullshit, bands and musicians they come off looking like idiots. Enough. Go do your dumb show.
Arizona's not going to hear this live. This sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks for those people.
It's, if you're an illegal alien, you'll get thrown out of the country. Wow, what a harsh law. Holy shit. Holy dog shit.
Well, that's the start of the split.
Yeah?
Country's going to split in two.
Civil war.
I don't know if it'll be a civil war.
Magnolia.
We're too busy to actually have a war about it. I think it's just going to split.
You think it'll just
Yeah, this is the start.
Amicable split instead of a little battle?
Yeah, a lot of people having a problem with this immigration law. And Arizona isn't going to turn around and say, all right, you guys are right.
No, they're not apologetic about anything
And
with
then
this
some
law.
other people are going to agree with Arizona, do the same goddamn thing. And it's going
Texas.
Eventually, it's going to be a split of the country, I'm telling you. This is the beginning right here.
I know what side I want to be on. I think I'm going to have to move.
Yeah.
I got to be on the other side of the split. I don't think New York's going to be part of the...
Oh, hell no.
Part of the side I like.
Hell fucking no.
This lib fucking state. Yuck.
Then what happens to the United States? Then we have a lot of weird little countries like Russia did.
Yeah, that'd
or
be
the
cool.
Former Soviet Union.
With like all kinds of wacky different
names.
laws and stuff, yeah.
You think that's possible in America?
No.
Where the whole thing breaks down and splits up a little bit?
They'd bring the army in and just...
Oh, really? And shut everybody up?
The second a state wants to secede and does anything more than just say it, they would be squashed.
Amazing that these fucking what babies we are in the country, that they make a law that they feel is best for their citizens, and all these fucking cocksucker states are being politically correct and not. Fuck Los Angeles and fuck Hall & Oates. Fuck you, don't go. Arizona should strike back ruthlessly. Cut the power for those fucking faggots in California.
Yeah.
Cut it.
Exactly. Just cut the fucking thing off.
Fucking douchebags. They're completely broke, and they're not gonna honor contracts with Arizona. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, Danny found the vans.
There's the vans. Uh-oh.
Let me see.
All right, that is so fake. That is so fake.
What a dummy that guy was.
What is that?
That is so horribly fake. Let's go to Jan in Tennessee.
Use a cloning tool.
Jan?
It's got to be true.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, boys.
Yeah, what's up?
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Blue vans and buses on bases this weekend. It was the Special Olympics on the Air Force bases this weekend, so they line them up on the flight line.
Cool.
Wait. So all those vans, there seems to be a lot of vans.
That's how they transport all the families and the athletes on base.
No, but they're like, if this is real, there are thousands.
Well, they get thousands of people.
Not that many.
Well, one per van?
Yeah.
What, for their big tongue?
Big giant head for a big giant man.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not buying it.
All right, thank you, sir.
It's not like...
Oh, sorry.
I think it's just storage.
It's not like Google Maps is in real time, so, I mean...
Yeah, that could be
This could be a picture from 6 months, a year ago.
68.
Yeah.
If I go to my house, it still has a flat backyard with no pool.
Oh, there's no update on your house?
And the house next door, for me, wasn't even built yet.
All right. Brian, North Long Island. Brian.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
Anthony, right before we went to break, you said you asked Opie if he was feeling hacky. I was wondering if you were talking to Suit Jacket Jimmy.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking to Suit Jacket Jimmy.
No, sir.
Suit Jacket Jimmy.
No, I don't feel hacky, sir.
See, that's what my yard used to look like. Isn't that funny? Look, there's nothing back there.
I just felt like I was disturbing the quiet
Creepy.
that everybody was
Oh, that
enjoying.
looks kind of nice and serene without all that nonsense in your backyard.
All the hijinks and shenanigans that are back there now.
all those pleasures.
Pleasure.
Brian, why are you wondering if Ann knows about Opie's Blue Jacket comedy days, though? I don't get it.
It was a little inside. I think I remember back from the NEW days some tapes that might have been circulating about some comedy that you might have been doing. I was wondering if you had maybe forgotten about it completely, but it seems like you have.
Comedy?
What tapes?
What is that?
Punch it out, boys. Love you guys.
That's why I
have no idea.
I needed to know, but all right. Well, let's say hi to
He's not
James in
fessing.
Georgia. James!
Hello, Opie. I'm sorry you missed out the first round when you were in the bathroom while I called earlier. You hit the nail on the head with the immigration issue.
Is this the kook?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back?
Sir.
Well, what do you got on the immigration there, James?
The immigration issue. Now, if you guys are aware, the difference between the Arizona law and the federal law, The Arizona law says if you're stopped in suspicion of committing a crime, you're asked for proof of identity. That's standard. The federal government needs no reason whatsoever to pull you over. They can just do it out of the blue, any reason whatsoever. The federal government's not acting on that. So the state government says, we got a problem.
This guy is...
All right.
Just hang up.
Yeah, all right.
A nut. All right, we get it. You're crazy. Fucking hoarder. He's probably a hoarder. Sitting amongst his garbage calling us.
This guy is a nut.
You're a mental patient.
Guy's got a gun problem for you. Dom in
maybe we
Jersey.
could fix this.
Dom, talk.
Okay, guys.
Hi,
Thanks
sir.
for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Whack, whack.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir.
Listen, the police took away my guns, Anthony. I need your help.
What'd you do?
Pointed it at them.
I didn't do anything. That's the problem. They took them away because they say it's a public safety issue. They're worried about me doing harm to myself.
Now, why would they just pick you at random unless something happened?
Well, they didn't pick me at random.
All right, what happened?
I did have some depression issues about a half a year ago.
Yeah.
I was out of work for like 9 months, and I did check myself into a hospital.
Okay.
To get some treatment for that.
So you have a history of mental illness that required you to be hospitalized.
No, it didn't require me. I went on my own.
Well, you went on but you were hospitalized for a mental illness.
That is correct.
All right. Did you fess up with that when you bought your guns?
No.
All right. There's the problem.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if you're well, if you're not, if you're a lunatic, if you're stable, but you know.
Well, I don't see vans on Google.
How'd they find out that you were lying or that you had done something?
Well, my wife reported me missing at one point, and that's how they found out.
What? See, I'm starting to think.
And you need Anthony's help?
Yeah. See, you got to keep it between their little lines these days. Some of the laws I completely don't agree with. Some of these gun control laws they have. Other ones I think are kind of all right. I don't mind them. I'm from the school of thought, though, where I like, if you're an American citizen and you're of sound mind and body, there you can have a goddamn gun. But this guy seems there might be a little issue with. Were you suicidal?
At that time, yes, I was, but I owned a gun at that time.
Well, then perhaps you shouldn't have a gun if you're feeling a little suicidal.
But
James Norton, you want to field this one also?
You know, sir, just have a thought. It seems that the more you try to conceal, the more you actually reveal.
Thanks for
Dude, you got yourself a Jimspiration today.
No, I don't want a Jimspiration. I want an Anthony Saving situation.
What am I supposed to do?
The inspirations. He wants his fucking guns back.
Yeah.
I don't know a lawyer that could help
have
you.
all kinds of lawyers that call into the show.
You're in Jersey, too. The hell do I know? I say take away your fucking Q-tips at this point. You're a danger to everybody.
Exactly. No stools or belts either. You should have to have your pants around your ankles like convicts.
Or loafers. No shoelaces. I don't know. That sounds like an issue you got to deal with, my friend. Good luck to you. You got a vindictive wife, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Or was she concerned?
She's not anymore. She's fine with it. She's on my side now.
Well, you just want your guns back so you can probably shoot her. You got my guns taken away, dummy.
No, I just want them back. You know, hey, listen, I feel like Second Amendment all the way, man.
Well, I know there are some tough rules, especially in Jersey. So that mental illness one is that's a toughie. Well, good luck to you. Hope you can figure something out.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate it.
All right, good luck to you there,
Have a
buddy.
good day, all right?
Just be safe, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy in Baltimore.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey.
So, long-time shooter, started with the 22, moved up to a 9mm, now I have a 40. But, Ant, what the hell's wrong with you with that damn 50 cal you were putting pictures on Twitter?
I have my YouTube account. I have a video up on there, too. It's Anthony X, not Anthony, OPANT XM. That's my YouTube.
Opant XM.
Opant XM. And you could check out the video. It's up there. I got a couple of videos up there of shooting the 50 cal. But it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
So, in how many states can you even buy those things in?
49. Pretty sure.
Man.
Yeah, I think California's the stick in the mud.
When are you going to have a listener day where we could all come by and squeeze off a few?
I had some listeners next to me. They were to the right of me, and they actually had one. But yeah, you can see on the video the shock wave that goes through the Gatorade bottle from one table over. It's it moves. That's just the shock wave.
I know it really doesn't look all that impressive, because it's just like some ripples in a Gatorade bottle. But
the bottle moves.
Dude, when I was squeezing some rounds off, my drink fell off the table.
Yeah,
Really?
You can't have anything on the table with you, or it just flies off.
Why do they have picnic tables set up?
It's just in case you want to have a little picnic.
Little picnic in between shooting off some rounds.
Those are the shooting stations that
They look like picnic tables.
are down there. They do. They're
For
very
fat people.
uncomfortable.
They have to cut out the front of the table right there so a fat person could sit in that area.
Yeah, it's for the chunky.
I love how you describe it. It said, I think one of your comments was, every time you squeeze one off, it feels like you have the flu for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it feels like you have the flu for 5 seconds. You're dazed. You feel all stuffy in your head. You have like a almost like you were punched in the nose feeling. It's the most interesting gun I've ever fired is the Barrett M107 50 caliber.
I hope to own one. I feel like that when I squeeze off rounds on my 40. So,
And I liked it so much. I went to Coliseum Guns yesterday and bought 100 rounds more to
What are the rounds cost?
$4 to $5.
Anywhere between $4 and $5 per bullet. It's an insane shell. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though. People are like, yeah, that's crazy. You're insane. It's not for home defense, that's for sure. It's not for anything but taking to the range and seeing how accurate you can hit a target at very long distances. And it's just a lot of fun to shoot. I kind of equate it to fireworks. When you're setting off fireworks, especially as a kid, didn't you want to be the guy setting them off, lighting the fuse and running away, and boom, you get the big explosion and shit like that? That's what it feels like. That's kind of what you're doing, and you're trying to hit a target at the same time. So it's a lot of fun.
There are many mailboxes in New Jersey that are no longer there because of some M80s, so I can definitely relate, my friend.
See, I don't condone that, sir. You put it down, place on ground, light fuse, get away. That's what I like.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
God bless.
Oh, Jimmy. All right, there we go.
Jimmy.
Gun talk. A lot of gun people on the lines right now.
Yeah.
I think it was 12 years ago today that Heston became the NRA guy.
Damn you!
Became the president of the NRA.
Yes, from my cold dead hand. That's what he. That
was his thing.
That was 12 years ago when he said, "From my cold dead hands."
I think he was already the president,
was he already?
and then made
wow.
that famous fucking quote there.
Yes, and then he got the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, and he
from my cold dead asshole. From my cold dead foot.
I think he was forgetful at the end.
Yes, just a tad.
Poor old fella.
He's got the fucking barrel of the rifle against his shoulder. He's pointing the stock at people. Chuck, put it down. Put it down, Chuck.
From my cold dead freezer. He didn't know anymore.
He had no clue. Everything was that when he'd go to eat. From my cold dead cabinet. Just pulls out some chips. Eats them.
What's
no
that?
chip.
Oh.
Why do I keep saying chip?
I've been doing some impersonations too.
Have you?
Sure.
Well, let me hear one.
What do you like? Jim Carrey's a good one.
All right, do Jim Carrey.
All righty then. I was doing the whole thing where I was catching bullets too.
It's uncanny. Were you?
Yeah. That means not can. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, look at that little kid with the 50
little
cal.
kid.
Huh?
It's not. Oh, Uncle Paul. There's nothing funnier than watching little children shooting guns.
I don't think he actually shot the 50 cal. if
You
it's
know
a-
something? You'd be surprised at what
Yeah,
they
but
let these people do.
Then this
let
would
their
be a
kids do.
video instead of a picture.
That's true.
I mean, come on. If
Yeah.
you got a little nugget fucking shooting a 50 cal, you need the video, not a dumb still shot of it.
Exactly. They have kids shooting machine guns, which is really funny.
Really?
Yeah. There's some states where you could just fire machine guns. It's
Better than bringing them to
amazing.
the goddamn ballpark.
50 caliber
I'm thinking.
cannon and 9-year-old boy. So this is a kid shooting.
Look there.
All the Poor little tater. Right, they're loading it up for him.
Now,
That's someone next to
I want
him.
you to put this real solidly in your shoulder. So
Oh, that's good.
Pull back on that handle.
Take a picture of the time we fired the gun.
Every gun.
Yes.
Can you see through the scope?
Oh, this
Here.
creepy
50 cal?
grandfatherly guy. Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
Look at his big ear things.
this
They're
side?
bigger than his head. Poor little kid.
Shoot right-handed?
You guys gonna do this?
He's a small 9-year-old, too.
Huh? 55. Okay.
Oh, he's going to get the shit kicked out of him.
I shot him yesterday. Yeah, you see through the scope?
Yeah, they get like to keep it.
All right, he's lining up the shot. He's looking through the scope.
Oh, right on his ass. Oh, it knocked him flat on his ass.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that his grandfather,
What you got?
probably?
His uncle.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
Did he kick his ass? Did he kick his ass? I told you it kicks.
He has gums like Gary Coleman's wife.
I've never seen that.
He fell flat on his ass. God damn. Guns and children are adorable.
Hilarious. Speaking of children, do you think that kid in Philly was drinking that beer? Or was there something else in that beer bottle?
That's another story today, Big Stone.
What is this?
All right, look, it's a woman in a wheelchair shooting a MP40 machine gun. I hope the brakes are on. Actually, I hope they're off. You old hag.
That would be the bit. Don't put
my
the
God,
brakes on
she's
the
so
damn
old.
thing. She's got to be 90.
Is that fun?
I said, he go drove me. First again, I was going to shoot him in the toodles.
She's going to shoot him in the toodles.
What are toodles?
I don't know,
Well,
but
shoot at you,
she's
bitch.
gonna, come on, you old battle axe.
Where she didn't shoot the gun.
No.
Yeah, why don't we get her actually shooting the gun?
Oh, at the beginning?
Oh, there it is. All right.
Look at old Ma
There's
Barker.
Grandma in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She sure can't. She's hitting all around the target.
You know, that's probably the way she addresses the toilet as well. She pisses on the floor the way she shoots that gun. Fucking old lady.
Ah, shit. Remembers cruising around with Bonnie and Clyde, the old bat. I knew how to shoot one of these.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, all right.
Here's a 10-year-old shooting a 50 caliber.
This is rock music. Hard to hear.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go to
gotta
Robbie
hold
in
his
Chicago.
back like that.
He's got his hands on the little boy's shoulders.
You gotta
doesn't he?
hold his shoulders so he don't fall.
Oh, flinch.
Yes, we don't tell.
Oh, brother.
Robbie's got something on this. Robbie.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, so yeah, Penn and Teller had an episode of Bullshit where they had video game violence, and they brought this 12-year-old in to shoot I believe it was a handgun or something at a shooting range, and he started bawling, crying in his mom's arms right after it.
So what were they trying to prove?
They're trying to prove that that the video game violence had no effect on kids actually wanting to go out and kill people.
Oh, right. So, they're playing the games and shooting everything, and then you take the kid out to a real range with a gun, and he freaks the fuck out.
And he runs to mommy crying.
Yeah, freaks the fuck out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good bit by Penn and
funny.
Teller.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
That is great.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of fun, though, shooting that thing. Yeah.
Well, we got a biracial girl and a bit of a stink. She's
What
pissed
happened?
off.
Biracial?
Biracial,
What
yeah.
what race? Asian and Russian?
Yep, that's exactly it. Very good.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Belen Drake still can't believe she's here at a news conference with the NAACP, fighting to get her 8-year-old daughter back into honors classes, all because of hair moisturizer.
I couldn't comprehend it. I was really just trying to make sense of it, and that took a while.
Belen says late last month, a teacher pulled her daughter out of class at Thurgood Marshall Elementary and into the hallway.
My daughter reports that she kept just saying she was afraid, and it's your hair, and that she could go back in to get her work and then go to the other class for the rest of the day.
She says the school never contacted her about it, but instead permanently removed the girl from her honors classes to a regular classroom.
This is about the conduct of an adult, and that would be the teacher, and the ratification of that conduct by the principal.
Ratification. What happened? I don't get it.
Daughter was pulled out of class because of her hair product.
She had
It
smelled.
smelled.
Greasy, smelly hair, and it was actually not even a product. It was olive oil.
Olive oil?
Yeah, that they put on the kid's hair.
Why?
And I don't know.
Olive
it must
oil
be
doesn't
something.
stink.
But if you don't wash it out, I guess it would wind up stinking
Oh,
after a while.
I guess you're right.
And it would just kind of plug up everything. And
She a dirty kid? Or?
regardless, she was a smelly girl, I guess. And she had that grease in her hair. And people didn't like it. The teacher didn't like it. Said it was a class distraction and made her leave the class.
Well, why can't she come back if she washes it out?
I guess she won't wash it out.
Fuck her then.
It's the whole family.
Is that one of those
jumping on the
A
bandwagon?
lot of people put olive oil in their hair?
Well, I think it's more of a thing that certain people do. See, I read this story on a certain website that I peruse every
Was she
so
black,
often.
the girl?
Yeah.
What's the olive oil in the hair shit?
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
let's find
somebody
out.
can
Instead of showering?
can
Sam?
enlighten us. Sam, do you know about this?
Of course he does.
Well,
Why does Sam know about the? Oh, that's right.
You ever
The
have
story-
olive oil in your hair, Sam?
yeah, I actually have had I've had olive oil in my hair. It helps the scalp.
What?
Yeah. But the story that they
What's
the
wrong
way
with your scalp? You're a kid.
It's covering retardation. It's wrapped around nothing.
What's wrong with your scalp, young Sam?
when your scalp dries out,
You put olive oil in your
you
hair?
put olive oil in where the roots are.
Olive oil.
But the way that was reported was that she
I
had
moisturize car hair with my jizz gum.
It has to go right to coming in her hair.
Of course. I can't come in a pusky. It's much too small. I fucks her in the ass and comes in her hair.
it was saying this
gum.
Now, if you don't rinse out the olive oil, does it stink? Some people saying within a day.
Wow.
It
Yeah,
turns.
I mean, you kind of got to rinse it out. The story reported, though, that the teacher was allergic. That the teacher thought that she was allergic to whatever the kid had in her hair.
Why won't the kid wash it out?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why the kid.
I gotta wash it out, motherfucker.
But if her hair is black hair, she probably doesn't wash it every day.
You mean black person hair?
Black person hair.
What are you saying? Black people don't wash every day? Stop it.
Black people generally can't wash their hair every day.
Why are you saying you are making a sweeping generalization that I find offensive?
I'm sorry.
And racist.
That many times black women have to treat their hair.
What?
So it's not so nappy. When they do that,
What? People have been thrown off the air for
that's
words
coarse.
like that. Settle down, Sam.
is the word coarse? What word?
Good luck to you, man.
Coarse.
Snappy
Coarse.
is one of those
Coarse
words
hair.
you can't use on the radio
Of
ever.
course not.
Okay.
Say hi to Mr.
Napsky.
Imus.
Your hair's Ganapsky. Napsky headed hose.
But if coarse hair goes through like straightening treatments or moisturizing treatments, when you wash it, it breaks. So you can't wash it every day because it weakens the hair.
So that treatment to straighten that hair out weakens it.
Right. You can wash it maybe like, I don't know, once a week. Because it breaks.
Ah.
Who the fuck wants broken hair?
Well, that's why you can't, wash
How
it.
about just let it stay curly?
That's what an argument in a large sect of the population says. Just leave hair natural.
Right. The natural. It was called a natural years ago. You know, the big afro was called a natural.
I prefer natural hair.
And when I went to Disneyland as a child, I had a big afro, and there was a black woman at she was controlling the ride, and as I went in with my father, who was just a screaming racist, the woman that was running the ride said, "Oh, child, your natural's bigger than mine." To which my father took a belt and a scissor to me the second we got home.
Wait, a belt?
Cut that guy. Yeah, first I had to be beaten for being like a colored person and having to have him embarrassed carting me around, and then the hair had to come off.
Now, is that part true? The belt part?
Yeah.
Why did you have to get beat?
Because the black woman said that I had a natural that was bigger than hers. So
blame your mom.
Why would I?
Blame
no,
your moms.
Mom had nothing to do with it because this is out in California.
So what? He thought you should have just kept your hair nice and my Lanta.
Yeah, I should have had my hair like,
Thank you.
Like I should have put some olive oil in it or something, I guess.
It needed a treatment.
See, yeah, I think he was very upset that my hair was like that. But meanwhile, it's his fault because you know something? Years ago, the Moors invaded Sicily.
Right.
And, boy, if I would have told my father that speech. Imagine that.
Yeah, no.
So, Dad, your great-great-great-great-grandmother was a nigger. That's right. And I would have been
What would
killed.
happen if you told that story and you looked
Oh, my
over
God.
and he was just sitting there with a big tent in the front of his pants?
Oh, I would have been done with. Holy shit, would I have been done with?
Did you fear your dad all the way to the end?
Let me see. Fear?
When did you finally go, okay, I could finally take him and I'm not scared of him anymore?
Nah, I was never able to, I don't think.
No?
Yeah. He was pretty intimidating, a pretty intimidating guy, but not like I was always worried. It wasn't that he would just randomly beat me or anything like that. I would always have to have done something, except for, having a black person's hair. That, could have let it slide. And then I didn't appreciate being hit after I stole the quarters from his girlfriend so I could buy ice cream sandwiches because I was starving. Because they wouldn't feed me because they were broke.
And then he got beat up for stealing the change.
And then I
for
got
the ice
smacked
cream
around
sandwiches.
for stealing the change because he thought I bought Estes model rockets with it, when actually I bought ice cream sandwiches from Thrifty Drug Discount Store.
How were they?
Delicious.
I ran out of Thrifties. I had the ice cream sandwiches, and they were all cold. And I followed the train tracks down by the riverbed, and I sat there and ate every single one of them. I think there were 8 in the box.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they were so good, and I was all full. And then I knew I was in trouble for the quarters.
What a milky shit you must have taken.
Oh, it was great. But I was a kid. You could eat fucking shit like that when you're a kid.
You still take a lactose dump.
Ton of ice cream when you're a kid. Don't matter. It wasn't that bad.
So you got home and got yelled at?
And then I got home, and my father's like, "Come here. We got to talk to you." I'm like, "Oh, no. Oh, no." And he goes, "What'd you do with Corey's quarters?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't take them." Of course, I tried lying right away because I know it's coming anyway. I might as well give it a shot, or I would have gotten hit for lying, or the quarters, or lying, or both. And then I said I was hungry, and I bought ice cream sandwiches with him. And I think his anger was, I think, even more directed towards himself for not having taken care of his kid and given him something to eat. That's why I had the ice cream sandwiches.
It's not nutritious.
So then he like backhanded me in the face. Bam! I was like, oh, fuck. That hurt. And, yeah. Then I got one more front hand to the other side. You don't fucking steal. You don't fucking steal. And then all I'm thinking is, well, fucking feed your kids, goddammit.
Did you point your finger and say, well, technically, had you done your duty and been responsible, I wouldn't have needed to.
Oh, my God.
But since you chose to buy drink, I was hungry.
After I wouldn't have gotten technically out before the backhand would have happened yet again. Bam! No. See, Dad, remember you had that tall boy Budweiser and you're sitting with Chato Reyes drinking? Perhaps that could have been better spent on food products for me, and I wouldn't have to steal quarters for ice cream sandwiches. He's choking me. He's choking.
Oh my God.
No, it just would have been it would have been a bad scene.
He wouldn't have listened to your logic?
He didn't take confrontation well, especially from his subordinates.
Was he a big guy?
Hard for me to judge right now, to think about.
How
because
tall?
He wasn't like a big. He was 6-something.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, but he wasn't a big guy. He had like big arms and stuff, I thought anyway. But he wasn't like a big guy. He was pretty average for a 6'1", 6'2", something like that. But it was just like that whole thing where you're kind of walking on eggshells every so often, And then there was the nice part where it was, I think, from like maybe 9 in the morning till probably noonish.
Noon, that was it. You had 3 hours
of sobriety, and you're like, kind of, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. And meanwhile, he was miserable because he's just like hungover. And then afternoon, you got like a couple of, maybe an hour of just starting a buzz. The
first few
which was
beers are
fun.
good.
That was like fun, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was just a nightmare of drunkenness where you're just like, oh no, oh Jesus, oh he gets angry. And him and Corey would just drink and drink and drink and then yell at each other.
Corey's his
constantly.
chick?
Yeah. Corey was his girlfriend and then his wife after many years. But then They would just constantly, and as a kid, you're sitting there going, this happens every night. They're arguing over nothing. It's
exhausting.
Just nothing.
Did you ever just tell them to shut the fuck up?
No, I had a stomach ache.
Oh.
I couldn't talk because my tummy hurt very much.
I got Mylanta. You want some now?
I wish I would have had that.
Does it bring back memories? Hey, this guy wants to talk about your nappy-headed hair there.
Oh.
It's coarse.
Reggie in Boston.
Exactly.
Hi, Brother Anthony, my nigga.
Yo, what's up?
See,
what's up, Reggie? How's Dorchester today?
I'm so glad you came to terms with your blackness.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier.
I've come to terms with my blackness, my brother.
My nigga.
Yeah, I'm starting to listen to what Reverend Al says, and yeah, I appreciate it.
That big, beautiful fro at Disney World, they must have loved it.
Black power, my friend.
You know it, baby.
Fuck Whitey. Fuck Whitey.
Fuck that motherfucker. I'm so sad Dennis Hopper died, man.
Yeah, he was a good one.
Best scene in a movie ever.
I was watching a Twilight Zone with him in it from like 1960. What was that? 66 or some shit. He was a fucking kid. It was. I think it was earlier than that. He played like a Nazi.
Oh, really?
It's fun. One of my favorite roles.
All right, punching out, boys.
Thank you, my nigga. Yo,
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keep that
I'm feeling
rolling,
you.
homie.
I'm feeling you.
Wow. All right, so we got part 2 of the shampoo story. Some people saying it wasn't olive oil; it was some kind of weird shampoo.
Yeah, the news story said it was like a hair moisturizing product.
Well, I get my information from N-Mania.
I figured when they said it was dirty and smelly,
and they said it was olive oil. Yeah, look at Dennis Hopper as a Nazi. That's the one. That's great. He really looks the part, doesn't he?
He looks like a young Brando there.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah, that was
weird.
Good.
I've never seen a young picture of Dennis Hopper before.
Fucking cool.
All right, here's part 2 of the story.
It was the talk of the salon at Good Hair in Seattle. Stylist Danielle Thomas says singling out a biracial child about her hair in front of her peers is damaging.
It just seems like with adults, and especially in the school system, that they'd be more open to the diversity and how we culturally are different and the need to approach it and such.
I think there
the
were
district
differences.
will only say, we're concerned and we're looking into it. Our priority is to get the child back into school. Now, earlier in the school year, the parents were notified that this teacher had allergies. The NAACP plans to file a formal complaint with the U.S. Department of Education.
Jeez.
I'm allergic to your Negro head. It's very allergic. It's hurting me. Your Afro head. Hair is hurting. What do you put in there? Oh, I'm sneezing like crazy. My ass neck hurts from your Negro hair. Oh.
You think that's a bad excuse?
Oh, of course it is an allergy. Stop it.
Ugh. I bet you the sneeze is Achoo!
Achoo!
Just a racist.
Ugh. It's hurting. You're making my schnozola run with your black people hair.
I don't know. I've heard the story a few different ways, so I'll take it from, I take it from many different sources.
Yeah.
And then I call the information to get the best reasonable answer.
I mean, I feel like it was probably a hair product. I think it was probably a hair product that might have been left in just for a day, but she used it on a regular basis, not necessarily
I'm leaning
dirty
toward
olive oil.
filthy olive oil festering in her hair.
I think that may be where the bias
She
lies.
probably just stunk. I bet it was her hair didn't probably stunk.
Well, that's what they were saying too on the,
On the
certain website message board that I went to. They were saying that perhaps it wasn't the hair, that she had a body odor problem.
No, I mean the head.
Jesus.
Maybe she did, but it
Why
might
did it
have
go from hair to body?
I mean, I'm thinking the
that's
head
what they
stunk.
said.
I'm thinking the head must have stunk.
Yeah?
The hair
Yeah.
product made the head stink. So fucking wash your kid's hair.
Yeah. How about that? Is that the kid?
No.
Oh.
It was
Just a black child.
a biracial young girl.
Make a losing weight, keep the regular size for the kids, and is excellent for the kids and the parents too.
Trayvon Doctor's mom
I
says
don't know.
programs like
It's
this
like the director's
are
cut of
reasons
Serpent
this
in the
charter
Rainbow.
school is so special.
Anytime they can do that and the school is providing, it's a beautiful thing. It helps parents.
Right. So he can bounce
That
off
was
the
a
walls
woman's
here,
voice.
so when he gets home, he doesn't do it
Mary.
there.
Well, he bounces all the way home. And he crosses the threshold, then it's like, okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
And while it may seem like these children are
Why are there so many obese black women. I really don't understand it. Is that a cultural thing that I'm not understanding?
I think there are dietary differences in the culture that are unhealthy.
That are unhealthy?
Yeah, especially in lower income populations.
You would think they wouldn't have enough money to get that big if they were lower income, like you said.
The fast food is cheap.
Right, the lower
Real
income,
cheap.
they fill it up with fast food places, and then you end up
Is
going
there
to fast
knowledge
food.
in the community about like the unhealthy lifestyle that obesity is?
I mean, somewhat, but I mean that's why diabetes is also so high over there. It's
They
just-
call it the sweet blood, or I got the sugar.
That's why.
That's what they call it. Yeah, you hear? What happened? Yeah, I went to the doctor, man. I got the sugar. I got the sweet blood. Yeah.
Because everything there is either fast food or like a bodega, and like when you're a kid, you get all you get is quarter waters.
Quarter waters?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like the little plastic bottles with the colored.
That's not what I called it.
It's quarter waters.
You had a different name for it, Dan?
Danny, why don't you enlighten us? And
What was the what's the
Oh.
name?
I don't know any
Quarter
name,
water.
but
Something
quarter
tells
water.
me water was probably still in the word, right?
No, it was something juice.
Jesus.
Can't remember what it was, but it was something with juice after
I
it.
can't remember.
Oh, okay. So quarter water.
Quarter water.
And what is this?
It's like you know those ice pops that are just frozen in the plastic and you
Oh,
squeeze them
yeah,
out?
yeah.
It's basically the liquid of that. It's just as unhealthy as you can get. It comes in all different colors.
Does it?
And it's just it's sugary,
Just pure sugar?
flavored water.
See,
Yeah,
that would be unhealthy.
But like it's 25 cents. It's quarter water.
There was the 50-cent one, too.
Well, those are
That was a
bigger.
big one.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are
but
bigger.
must have
But like
a name
it's
for that,
just
too.
fast food and junk food.
They would hurt
around
my
there.
throat. I used to drink those. They would hurt my throat because they're too much sugar and too sweet.
Yeah?
I can't drink something that's sweet. It bothers my throat.
Yeah. How about something salty and creamy?
That would bother my eyes and throat, depending on who the person distributing it was.
Well, we
Thank God it never bothered my asshole. Didn't get that bad.
We could seg into the racist story, the graduation card. Did you hear about this one?
Oh, I thought you'd videotape me at home.
This is a good story too.
A graduation card sold at local stores has been pulled from shelves after a civil rights group raised concerns about the content. The group claims the card's micro speaker plays a greeting that's racist.
It is a graduation greeting from Hallmark.
Hey world, we're officially putting you on notice. Yeah.
Members of the Los Angeles NAACP.
Is that it?
Not, well,
Or they can't play the part that's bad?
no, they do play it, but that was just the setup.
I'm surprised you graduated. Out of high school, on to prison.
Is it to blacks so they don't say? I guess I'll say who it is. Could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes.
Could be. Like to hear who.
Nice flat hat, chink. It matches your face. That's not a very nice greeting card.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Members of the Los Angeles NAACP did take notice, and as characters known as Hoops and Yo-Yo banter on, African American
Hoops
leaders
and
hear
Yo-Yo?
demeaning language.
And you black holes, you're so ominous. And you planets, watch your back.
That was very demeaning to African American women.
Wait, what are they?
Black holes, but they meant like.
What?
They meant like black holes in space and planets. What are they getting at?
Can we replay that again? What's it?
Sure, no problem.
Or do we have it on YouTube with better audio? That's.
They get into it if you. If,
Oh.
All right, we'll keep going. Hold on a minute here.
And as characters known as Hoops and Yo-Yo banter on, African American leaders hear demeaning language.
And you black holes, you're so ominous. And you planets, watch your back.
That was very demeaning to African American women, where they made reference to African American women as whores, and at the end says, "Watch your back."
Hallmark, reached by phone, says it is all a misunderstanding. The card's theme is the solar system and the power of the grad to take over the universe, even energy-absorbing black holes.
The intent here is to say this graduate's not afraid of anything.
But that is not what was heard here.
And you hear the R in there, which is whores and not holes. The R is.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Stop it!
Shut the fuck up.
That is the worst case of nothing happened and they're making a stink
So
on it.
Hallmark, really? Really? Hallmark is going to release a card that says, you black whores? Really? Fucking idiots?
So they're saying the theme of the card is the solar system and the universe and that a grad can take over, has the power now to go out there and a black hole can't get him and planets watch your back because they're out there in the world now and in the universe and they're going to do what they can do.
You black holes is what I first heard.
That's what of course it is.
Let me ask you a question. Does the NAACP or the black people, when they make a complaint, ever admit that maybe they jumped the gun?
Oh,
ever?
Yeah. Say, look, we're backing right out of this one. I think we fucked up. We misunderstood something. Let's just leave.
Do you really think, are black people in this country that irrational that you think Hallmark released a card for to be bought that said, hey, black whores? I mean, come on.
Black whores.
Yeah, they
fucking
decided,
stupid are you?
They decided to destroy their own company.
That would ruin them as a
Hallmark
company.
all of a sudden goes, you know what? We need to get a little edgy and take a chance here after all these years.
The most milquetoast company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The NAACP, if they really push this, they're just a shit organization who is irrelevant at this point.
Aw, shit.
They really are. Their whole big thing is they wanted to. They did a burial for the word nigger. They went after IMIS. It's like that's what you guys are doing now.
Yeah.
Targeting radio guys doing jokes and misheard cards.
And now they're going after greeting cards.
And Sam.
That's great.
Can we hear that again?
Sam said
from this
nappy
one?
today.
I want to hear this from here.
I thought it was in context.
I want to hear it again anyway.
In there, not whores and not holes. The R is in there.
Hallmark sent us this transcript, but Minnie Hatley says the actual audio raises questions.
It sounds like a group of children laughing and joking about blackness. Again.
Hallmark is now notifying all its stores to pull
God.
the card. Walgreens and CVS are doing the same. The card maker says the card has been out for 3
Did
years.
she just say the card? She said like the card N-word.
I heard that
Did
too.
you hear that?
Yes, I did.
It said
Hold
the
on
card
there.
maker, but it's I swear to you, listen to
closely.
Card. Walgreens and CVS are doing the same. The card maker says the card has been out for 3
Come on.
Wow.
They're
That
actually
sounded like it.
black people mishear this, and they're actually fucking pulling the card.
Yeah.
Can't you just tell the NAACP to go fuck itself?
Shut up. That isn't what it's saying.
No, that's not what
You're
it said.
hearing it
You're
wrong.
wrong. This is everything that's wrong.
I want to hear that card thing again.
doing the same. The card maker says the card has been out for 3 years. This is the first time they've received a complaint.
In any situation where there is a circumstance that we need to be sensitive to, we try to learn from that experience.
Yes,
The
guilty
NAACP
white
says their
guy.
message is clear.
And we do not want to see this ever again.
Oh, fuck you.
Fucking piece of shit! Shut the fuck up! It isn't even the issue. Now this dumb motherfucker is going back on. Well, we got results. It didn't happen.
She's not the problem. That cunt from Hallmark.
Of course.
That fucking white, guilty pussy. Instead of saying, protest all you want, to think that we would put out a card that said black whores is childish and stupid.
Yeah. Listen to it. There's a complete explanation for the context and everything. You know what it is? Here's what it is. Those dumb fucks from the NAACP are so uneducated and ignorant. They don't even know about black holes and the solar system.
No.
So it's fucking instantly a racial thing instead of a cosmic anomaly. You dumb fuck. Read a book.
They actually... Now, here's what happens is it gets misheard by one or two people, and they go, yeah, that could be that. And then once you put it out there, instead of admitting you're wrong and saying, wow, the solar system... First of all, Hallmark putting out a card that's racist makes no business sense.
Jimmy, the dumb cunt did not understand what a black hole was. The only context her stupid fucking mind had was... They're saying black hoe.
No, whore.
Or
So
whore.
she said the R is in there.
Well, black whore,
said you
black
could hear
hoe,
the R.
black hole, whatever the fuck it is. She's so ignorant, she doesn't know about a black hole. Not being anything than a black woman's vagina.
But then it says...
That's what she's thinking it is.
But then it says the planets...
Get Dr. Kaku on the phone. He'll talk about vaginas and black holes.
I don't want to hear about 5,000 feet again.
Yeah, I don't
It is so obviously a solar system thing. And like once the organization puts it out there, this is why they stink. They can't just go, you know what? A mistake has been made. We accuse this company of something that is obviously not true. God forbid they should admit that they fucked up.
Laughing at blackness again.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
If you understood the context of the solar system, the galaxy, the universe, planets, and black holes, you would understand what this was. But you're so stupid and preoccupied with race and finding racism in everything that you don't even understand what this is about. Put on the Science Channel one day. Put on the fucking Science Channel, splice it into someone's cable, and put on the Science fucking Channel and learn about it. Dummy.
That fucking
dummy.
That Hallmark spokesman or CEO, whoever he was, that guy is the problem.
Yep.
Because that guy did nothing wrong.
Sensitive.
And that guy is acting like he did. So the company to me is despicable. The NAACP, fuck them. They're being assholes. They have to know that they're wrong, and they're still pushing it. But that Hallmark is reacting like like they've done something wrong.
I know. They're totally reacting like they were wrong.
You accuse a white person of racism, and they just crumble.
Yep.
And oh my God, they're going to be crushed by the weight of it. Instead of going, no, it's just not true. You're an idiot. You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're allowed. You know what? I'm allowed to tell you you're wrong without me being branded a fucking racist.
Can we hear that again? Because
fuck yourself.
I heard black holes the first time I heard it.
Of course.
Let's listen again. Listen for the R.
Now watch the car drops the N-bomb. We're all wrong.
Black holes. You're so ominous.
Black holes.
African-American
You're so
leaders
ominous.
use demeaning language.
And you black holes. You're so ominous.
It's
black holes. You're so ominous.
Black holes are ominous.
You black holes, you're so ominous, right?
You black holes. You're so ominous.
And as a graduate, you're out there in the world, in space, figuratively speaking. And black holes have nothing against you because you just graduated.
You're so ominous. He's mocking that creature's mocking black holes and how ominous they are.
And planets,
and then
watch
planets
your back. 'Cause
watch your back.
I'm gonna fucking succeed, and that's the whole gist of it. It's a dumb idea, but racist? Shut the fuck up.
That's what the NAACP has fucking come to. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You are officially a shitty, irrelevant organization.
You've gone from Selma to fucking greeting cards. Congrats. Bravo.
But to hear that, and for some dumb woman to go, I hear the R. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Because you can't just admit that there was a mistake made because you're afraid you're going to look bad.
No.
Why wasn't there anyone from the other side saying you're ridiculous?
Because again, white people are cowards.
Petrified.
That's more infuriating.
They don't. First of all, none of them know black people.
Where's the other side of the argument going? You're out of your mind. That's
None
not
of
what
them
we were
know
doing.
black people.
Nope.
So they don't know how to talk to black people. They're terrified.
How about here's how you talk to them? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, that's
Do you
stupid.
think this card is racist? You're stupid. Get out of my office.
That Hallmark deserves what they get.
Absolutely.
They
I agree.
completely deserve what they get if they're not fighting back when it's pretty obvious what they were going
because
for.
Because none
here.
of these guys, really, it does make a difference. None of these guys interact with black people. So if they're accused of something, instead of just talking like they would talk to somebody they know and go, that's idiotic. Why would we do that?
Yep.
They collapse and go, oh my God, we're sorry it sounded that way.
Roses are red, violets are blue. This isn't racist. It's anti-Jew.
Attaboy.
See? They should just send him a card like that.
Absolutely.
Let me go to Nick. He has
Sure,
more
the
on
whole
this
thing.
from Staten Island. Nick?
I don't think Nick has more on this if he's from Staten Island.
Oh,
He
shit.
certainly has more on this. Nick?
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Hey, Jimmy, I saw you at Foxwoods last week. You were awesome. You killed.
Foxwoods?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Oh, I tried. Listen,
I tried.
What does that mean?
He just picked a place. Hoped Jimmy was there. Thanks, man.
I bought a card from last year.
It's Wacko Day.
I bought a card for my niece.
Yeah.
The birthday card, a simple birthday card. It said, happy birthday to my niece. Had a birthday cake on it, whatever. When I got home and looked at it closely, it actually said, happy birthday to my nigga. Like, in real small. I didn't see it until I got home now.
Are you joking?
Get out of here.
Hallmark?
You fucking...
Yeah, it's not true.
He's
Hallmark?
lying.
Really?
No.
Jesus.
I know.
You try to make a point. All right. Goodbye. Jesus.
Why?
You try to have a
them?
discussion and make a point and you get an idiot like that. God.
I don't even mind his joke. It was just, what's he going to contribute?
What are you doing?
Hallmark makes me sick.
There was no reason for that guy to apologize, to say that
No.
we have to be sensitive to these things.
Fuck Walgreens.
Yeah.
Why are they
Walgreens.
Why is a company afraid of the incorrect charge of racism? Why don't you just deal with it the way you would deal with the incorrect charge of tax evasion or the incorrect charge of anything else?
Right.
Just say that it's not true.
Yep.
And let the fucking audio speak for itself. It doesn't sound like black whores.
So if a black person came into Walgreens and wanted a refund for something, obviously not bought in that establishment, would they give them a refund? They're wrong. Would they do that? Is that it? You're just afraid of any confrontation? Give me a fucking break.
Are black people that, and I don't think are black people really that unreasonable or irrational that you really hear that and you think, do you really legitimately think that Hallmark as a company said, let's put out a card that says black whores. Let's do that to really go after the jigs. Do you really think that Hallmark as a corporation, they're the biggest fucking conservative nerd company on the... Hallmark presents. Every fucking boring show you ever watched was sponsored by them.
It's horrible.
I mean, come on. Doesn't make it's stupid.
Give me a break. They were wrong. The NAACP was completely wrong on this. You had an ignorant woman talking about a subject she had no knowledge of. And that's why she got upset. She couldn't put it in another context because she had no understanding of a black hole.
They gave her a lot of power. They allowed her to just spew that crap without even challenging her. So,
well, is the news
stupid?
By the way, is the news? I'd love to see if the media is mocking these people the way they're mocking the Tea Partiers.
No, absolutely not. They're taking it as a very serious fucking story.
Hallmark on the hot seat today.
Yeah, we got news
for a racist card.
We got other news reports, or is just that one?
I just saw that one.
I think that was local news thing.
That was the first one to report. I think everybody else is picking it up from them.
It's amazing how they fucking
make
fun.
They're picking. Is any of them going to call this lady out? They're all going to just pick up on the same crap.
It's
God,
disgusting.
The news sucks.
What a fucking doomed nation we are. We're doomed.
You protest higher taxes, you're called a racist. The media overtly mocked Tea Party protesters. The NAACP. This horse shit.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't fucking dare
call them out.
Mock the NAACP.
Call them out, mock them. They are so absolutely wrong that anyone can say it. Yet they present this as Hallmark pulling a racist card because the NAACP has dubbed it racist. That just is amazing to me.
That's why I think that most white people charged with racism are. Because it's, again, they're afraid of exposure. Instead of, why would you, if they said to Hallmark, that guy, you're a pedophile, he would scream, no, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
He would scream it.
No.
He would never buckle to that.
He actually said we have to look for things. Do we have his quote anywhere? Because I want to hear what that dumb Hallmark ass said again.
I would like to hear it.
He did say we have to be sensitive to these things. There's nothing to be sensitive about. Oh, God, it's infuriating. Stuff like this is absolutely infuriating because it goes a lot deeper than just this one instance.
I blame the company more than NAACP because, again,
I blame them both. I blame them for being so fucking stupid and myopic with their racism, throwing out that fucking word every 2 seconds. And I blame idiots like this for never calling them out on it. That's why they go around with impunity and call out greeting cards because no one fucking ever calls them on shit.
And that the NAACP, just nobody in that organization is smart enough to go, let's think for a minute. Why would Hallmark mock blackness?
It's just a knee-jerk, let's get on the fucking news, let's call them out. All right, here's the representative from Hallmark.
Hallmark, reached by phone, says it is all a misunderstanding. The card's theme is the solar system and the power of the grad to take over the universe, even energy-absorbing black holes.
The intent here is to say this graduate's not afraid of anything.
But that is not what was heard here.
And you hear the R in there, which is not whores and not whole. The R is in there.
Hallmark sent us this transcript, but Minnie Hatley says the actual audio raises questions.
It sounds like a group of children laughing and joking about blackness.
Oh, you
Again.
dumb cunt.
Hallmark is now notifying
Stupid.
all its stores to pull the card.
Of course.
Walgreens and CVS are doing the same.
Why, man? You'll
the
sell
card
out of
maker
these
says
cards
the card
now.
has been out for 3 years. This is the first time they've
3 years,
received
no one
a
even-
complaint.
In any situation where there is a circumstance that we need to be sensitive to, we try to learn from that experience.
Can we get
The
Steve
NAACP
Doyle on the
says
phone?
Their message is the NAACP says their message. The
I like it. It's like a rap song.
But that woman, the irrational nature of that, Hallmark, just despicable. First time they've received a complaint in 3 years. Somebody misunderstands something and these fucking faggots pull the card?
Yeah.
What a faggot company.
Just grab another Hallmark card, and then me and you, we will accuse them. The Opie and Anthony show will accuse Hallmark of putting
Sexism
out
or something.
Some kind of. So we'll pick
Something
some
ism.
subject ism, and see if they pull the card. Hey, look at this. They would say, no, you made a mistake. Oh, really? Did we?
The only way to stop this type of stuff from happening is for there to be a public pushback, but there never is.
No,
there never is. People aren't going to stop buying Hallmark cards to protest the fucking the sucking the dick of the NAACP.
No.
They're not going to.
Hallmark guy was just trying to calm everyone down.
He's sickening.
I know, it's stupid.
Just be honest.
He made a
and
good
say,
point, and then he
look,
had to go too far and try to just calm everyone
Say
down.
there's
We'll
no
learn from
reason.
this.
There was no point.
reason.
There's no reason to learn.
Yeah, they did nothing wrong.
Learn what? What do they learn? The fact that you can be pushed around by the NAACP, regardless of if you're right or wrong or have done anything, that you'll absolutely accept the label of a racist based on a mistake that an ignorant son of a bitch made because they had no clue what they were talking about?
All right, we got a black woman. She wants in. Leslie, North Carolina.
Hi.
Hello. As a black woman, what are you thinking? Do you know what a black hole is, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course.
I'm educated.
It seems like the
Very
lady
good.
in that news piece did not know what a black hole was.
It's in space.
There you go.
Everything doesn't deal with sex.
Right.
Someone says something.
Mm-hmm. So what do you
Most
got
of
on
the
this? You
time-
called the show. Come on.
I know. Well, most of the time when I listen to you every day, and sometimes, Anthony, you do have some off-the-wall things to say. Like at Halloween when the little black kids took all the candy.
Well, they did.
And I would never allow my child to do something like that. And I
See?
think
Because you're parenting. You're doing some parenting. That's nice.
I think that there's there's more of a smaller group of people who do parent their children as black people, and the ones who don't make the ones who are trying look very bad.
What do you have on this story? What do you think about like this type of incorrect?
I think they are taking the whole race thing out of control.
Yeah.
If you don't act like an N-word, you won't be treated like the N-word.
But this is the organization that is the premier representation for Black America, the NAACP, and they are obviously
representation for me.
well. They are known as the end-all, do-all organization for Black people. Whenever there's a problem, an injustice, some kind of racism, the NAACP steps in. And they've made a mistake. And Whitey over there at Hallmark just buckled under.
They're idiots. They need to stand up.
How come
Yeah.
Leslie? Why do black people not speak? And again, I know the NAACP has been a really important organization for black people, and they're not going to just shit all over it because of the occasional misfire. But when something like this happens, why don't black people complain about it and go, "That's nonsense"?
Yeah.
Well, I'm complaining about it.
Okay.
I mean, in general, of course you are.
I think it's a crock of bull. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I think it's a crock of bull. You played the card, and I listened, and I heard holes. I didn't hear whore. I didn't hear hose. I heard an L. There is an L in there.
Of course there is.
Making fun of blackness. That woman just annoyed me.
And I don't know. Actually, I was kind of shocked that I got in, but so I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's all right. You did all right. All right. Thank you, Leslie.
Sure.
All right. Well, there you go. Maybe we could get the Hallmark guy.
That is enraging. Steve, let's try to talk to him because I want to know what the thinking is when you've done nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Like there were mattresses or something that were released at one. Remember there was mattress tags that said nigger on them? There was something obviously had been done on purpose that was really racist.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's all right. That's there, and it's meant to be
Occasionally you'll
there.
get a disgruntled worker that will fuck around and do something, and that's got to be pulled. But in this instance, they are wrong. They're wrong. They should have been called out as being wrong.
And it's like people just don't talk honestly about race. It's embarrassing.
No. But they're petrified. Petrified of being called the R word. Oh, God, enough. Don't worry about it so much. Don't worry about it so much, and it really is freeing. You're able to actually speak your fucking mind. People that get the label racist for no reason, for not being a racist, are people that are open and honest. I'm not talking about true racists.
Right.
There are true racists out there that are just
out there in
full
here.
Of, in here, out there, just full of hate and whatever that is. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people that are dubbed racist aren't racist. They're speaking their minds, and the only way to fight back at that is to try to put that racist label on them. Because how else are you going to argue the point that you're wrong? Like if we stepped forward to the NAACP and said, you're wrong, this card is not racist, they'd look at you and immediately label you a racist.
And then you could look at them and go, you are embarrassingly irrelevant. If you're holding public mock funerals, targeting Imus, and targeting a greeting card, which is obviously not what you're saying it is.
Right.
Like, why can't any organization realize, hey, we've made a mistake? Are you really afraid that all your hard work over the years is going to go down the toilet if you admit that you reacted improperly once in a while? Jesus fucking Christ.
That someone jumped the gun, and upon further investigation, we looked into it and saw that there was nothing wrong. We apologized to Hallmark.
But that woman, that dumb woman holding that card, it's mocking blackness. That woman, if you sat her down and said, do you really think that Hallmark would do that? She would go, yeah.
Yes.
And then you'd have nothing to say to her.
We have seen this before in the past with other things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, have you?
The only thing you can do is just address that mentality with disgust.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
There it is.
Throw your labels around.
Why don't we take a break, and we'll get into some other things
Irrigating.
next. We got an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981. Completely changes gears, I know. But how he explains the music of Van Halen, it's really, really douchey.
Who was this done by?
Huh? It's an old Entertainment Tonight interview. When Van Halen...
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We're back!
Oh, better than ever?
We're better than ever. We're back!
Why is he singing We're Black and better than ever?
Yeah.
We were always better. Why sing it now? Right.
What do you think? You want to do it or what?
Oh, hell yeah.
A little different than what we're talking about, but what the hell?
Boozy bop.
All right, we'll do an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981 next. Stay there.
We've been away for a long, 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 long time. We've been through changes. We've played some games. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Oh, God.
We're not going to go to break. We got a teacher on the line. Getting back to the Hallmark situation. Teacher wants to talk about how the card affects kids. Chris, Long Island, what do you got on this?
Hey, fellas, how are we doing? Happy birthday, Uncle Paul.
Hi, Chris.
Listen, I teach in an area right around where you guys grew up, really close to you. Every time something like this comes up, all you hear the kids echoing what the adults say. You always hear the kids say, "Oh, you a racist. Oh, you this, you that." And it's setting the example, and they're always calling people ignorant. They're calling their teachers ignorant. They're calling their teachers racist. When I try to do the best I can to really show both sides, regardless of what my opinion is, it's just setting a terrible example. I mean, they don't know what they're saying, but it's being modeled for them, so they're repeating it.
So you mean not the card's a bad example? You mean the idiotic reaction of the parents and NAACP?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay.
Because kids see this, and they don't know better.
Right.
So you can't blame the kids. You got to blame the adults. But it's really creating a generation here that it's a lot of finger pointing.
It's perpetuating what's been going on for years, believe me.
But it's also like you're a racist has just become another angle to win an argument.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's another angle to get leverage or gain ground as opposed to it being used when there's really something racist happening.
That's why I don't accept it. That's why I don't accept the term whenever it's thrown around, especially in my direction. I don't accept being called a racist. Go fuck yourself.
When I'm in a classroom, I teach a social studies class and I teach a criminal justice class. Why should I have to feel awkward when and I'm a white guy?
Yes.
Why should I have to feel awkward about when I'm in criminal justice and I'm talking about racial profiling, or I'm talking about if we're talking about civil rights, and I have to show certain pictures, and there's some things I can't show and some things I can show. Why should I have to feel awkward about that?
Yeah, you're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
I don't see why it should happen. I'm like we're forced to show the Obama inauguration speech. I was never forced to show any other inauguration speech.
It's like
Wow. Teachers are just in
and you're not allowed
really
to talk about the
fucked situation.
validity of racial profiling either.
You got a tough job there, Chris, on Long Island.
Yeah.
Steve Doyle, hold on one sec. Steve Doyle will not come on air. Whatever was on TV, something press is all he had to say.
Okay.
I can't read your writing.
So the coward said what the coward had to say.
You actually got him?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
And what did he say?
He said, whatever you've read in the press, whatever statements
What
have
a
been made in the
fucking
press
coward.
is all I'm going to say on the matter. I said, okay, well, look, if I go to my guys and they have another question, would you be amenable to talking to me off the air again? So it's basically, he won't come on the air directly. And the language he used was the very antiseptic language that was used.
Of course. He's just trying to calm everyone
He's
down.
sending out a statement and a greeting card later.
Well, you know what? If people are bothered, not by Hallmark yanking the card because you care about the card, but by another company buckling to a false charge of racism.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie. And they buckled to it. So if people are tired, you shouldn't buy Hallmark cards. And you should call and tell them, we're tired of this knee-jerk reactionary garbage being treated as if it's valid.
We got Dan in Canada. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
He works for Hallmark. Dan,
Canada.
Can you really add to this or what?
Well, I just want to got to defend the company a little.
Loads the trucks.
They pay me. But it's so easy to just pull a card. It takes 2 seconds, and it's.
But that's called buckling, man.
Yeah, but it's the fucking thing, the ideology behind
It's the
pulling the
principle
card.
of it.
It's the principle of it. It's then adding ammunition to the next time someone makes a dumb knee-jerk reaction that has no validity to it, to then have the other company do the easy thing. How about the spokesperson for Hallmark
doing that.
calls them out and says, "No, you're wrong. We're not pulling this."
So what you're saying is, it's a business. They're out to make money, not change the world. So if this just shuts everybody up and they can continue to make money, it's worth it.
No, I wouldn't put it in those words, Jimmy.
Well,
Kind of like you're putting words in my mouth.
Well, no, I'm asking you what your
Dick in
intent
your
is.
mouth.
Yeah, you say it yourself. My apologies. You say it.
Yeah, Jimmy that was a question more than a statement by Jimmy. He was asking you.
Go ahead. Your words.
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying, I don't really think that Hallmark is the company that's going to make this stand. And I'd love to see the company that does, but with
no kidding.
The mission that Hallmark has with social expression, this isn't exactly something that's going to be top of the list for us to do. And
Wait, their mission is social expression?
well, I haven't got it in front of me, but that's one of the main things we do.
Well, they didn't have a problem with the card for 3 years.
Now, this is
And
Steve
that
Doyle
point
quote
should
about
be-
this.
That's what he said.
He said, "We spent 100 years bringing people together. Why would we intentionally try to push them apart?" That's a great quote, and that's what he should have said.
Yes.
And left the card on the shelves.
Yep. Without a doubt.
So
I'm just a sales guy, so of course.
I'm just saying, your CEO or whoever he is a coward, and is to me, he's almost saying that the charges of racism are accurate by yanking the card.
You know, you can look at it that way. Last thing I would think is that we've got a line of cards called Mahogany that's specifically for African.
Of course you do. Of course.
A line of cards called Mahogany.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because black people need their own cards. They don't want to see white people all the time on cards. I do get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I usually buy those for my mom.
As a
and
goof,
stuff.
so do I.
Yeah, I buy those.
All white people
cards.
do. We all do.
We all think it's funny to
we don't know
buy
how to
from the ebony line.
We don't know how to say "I love you" for real, so we buy black people saying it. We're like, I'm just
Yes.
kidding to my girlfriend.
Look.
All right, Dan, thank you.
But that's good.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
All right.
You know, if they put out a mahogany line so black people have cards that they don't always have to have like little smiling white faces on them.
Yeah.
And still, the NAACP would be fucking stupid enough.
Yeah,
to take on this
Oh,
one.
fuck
to
them.
think that they're doing something like that.
Ugh.
All right, we said it. Let's take a break. We'll continue in just a bit. Looking at pictures of Miley Cyrus. Talking about her, what, feet stinking?
Yeah, Danny suggested that she might have feet stink. We're looking at new pictures of her from a concert, and the photographer was nice enough to get a couple of upskirt shots of her. So you could kind of see up her skirt and her little panties
Her
and
little
stuff.
cooch.
She's looking very hot these days.
Did you ever get into the upskirt pics?
Yes.
A few of them.
Yeah.
They look pretty
I
good.
used to buy videos from the porn
Upskirt
shop called
videos?
Upskirts, guys that would follow chicks in the mall. I would jerk off for hours to those.
Yeah?
Yeah, just silent with fucking the guy had the thing in a baggie, in a bag or in a duffel bag.
Yeah, and he'd place
peeking
it
up
down.
skirts.
Yeah, next to her. Yep. Yeah, Miley Cyrus is looking good. And then Danny brought up the fact that she looks like she has foot stink, or
Yeah, like there's got to be something wrong
something
with her.
wrong with
You
her.
know what I'm saying? Like,
And then Jimmy suggested that would be good. Like it would be a turn on.
I like feet that smell a little bit. I'm not a foot fetish guy, but I've smelled. I'm not talking about a cheesy, disgusting fucking fungus odor. I'm talking about a girl with nice feet who's been like walking in sneakers a lot and her feet just stink, but it's a sexy smell. Dude, I could fuck a chick and put them in my face and just blow a load in her.
Yeah?
That turns me on so much.
I've always said the foot is part of the whole package with a girl. It's got to be like, it can't look like a fucking talon. It can't have those the ligaments that go from the fucking toe knuckle all the way up to almost their middle of their shin. Like I hate that whole thing. Nasty. But the like a little bit of it's a foot kind of smell, like you know. Yeah. I go that lasts till they pass that threshold of 20
and then
21.
Not as sexy.
And then it's not sexy. It's just, hey, wash your feet.
Maybe there's a little shit on it, you know.
Yeah.
There's something lets you know it's a foot.
Mind if a girl's still too little shit?
I think it's funny that you said, I've always said that.
I've always said.
But like for years you've been saying.
I've been saying this
for 2 years.
Years I've been saying this.
It's technically like 2 years is years.
Because there's an age where it's like, oh, she doesn't know how to clean herself yet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I never got into the feet, and certainly not stinky feet.
No, it's not stinky.
I like a pussy with. I like.
I'm
no
sure you're not
deodorant.
alone, Jimmy. I'm just. I don't know.
No deodorant. Fucking underarm smell. If it's clean, fuck, drives me crazy,
a nice
man.
foot is good if you could grab it. And, you're placing legs up over and you're grabbing the foot instead of like the thighs or the calves.
What about
or something.
stocking feet?
Just grab the foot. You ever interlock it? No, I don't like stocking.
Danny just shook his head.
Don't like stockings.
Why are you interlocking the feet with my hands?
Yeah.
Never.
You don't?
No, I wouldn't like that feeling.
No, I kind of like taking my fingers, you put it in between their toes a little bit and like grab their feet like that and then you do your business.
But if you suck a girl's toes while you're fucking her, that will drive her crazy. Fuck a girl and hold her foot and put her foot in your mouth and suck her toes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because I've gotten my toes sucked. It feels fucking good because you're not used to it's a weird sensation on your feet. And a girl, for me, it's just a distraction, so she doesn't have to realize it's my dick actually in her. She doesn't have to realize the incompetence with which she's being fucked. That's a great mouth on my feet. Oh, yeah, and that thing in me. But the girls like their fucking toes being sucked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't like that stocking thing, though.
Why?
Stockings are a little too. It just reminds me of like
your aunt.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a matronly.
I was going to say
thing.
mommy, but
There's some style like thigh-high fishnets look great, shit like that. But just like regular hose, stockings, things like that, ain't doing the trick.
Thigh highs are sexy.
Thigh highs are sexy, but not like, I'm wearing legs and the color is nude. Like something like that is amazing.
That? Yeah, that's
Fishnets.
sexy.
We're looking at some picture of a girl. She's doing a really nice leggy pose, and she's got fishnets on up to her mid thighs, and the fishnets have that built-in, almost lacy garter thing up at the top. Lacy, and it just looks really hot.
Nice brunette.
What's nice about fucking a girl? When she's wearing
Feels
like
good on your
fishnets?
dick.
Everything.
I guess that is the nice part, and the not so nice part is putting her back in the box and shoveling the dirt on top of her. Because I fuck dead people.
You saved yourself, Jimmy. Saved yourself on that one.
I love the way like thigh highs or whatever will frame the girl's ass. Like nice,
right.
when you're fucking someone and they have the thigh highs on, it's just like the ass is framed so
and
nicely.
you know what it does too, because it's got like that. I don't know if it's elastic, whatever it's got in there that holds it up.
Yeah,
it kind of compresses the thigh and it makes the ass cheeks pop out.
Yeah,
just that much
absolutely.
A little more meat coming out like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'll actually squeeze a girl's feet really hard and take a roller and roll all the way up to make her asshole bubble out a little bit.
Like a balloon animal.
Yeah, so
you make her prolapse from squeezing her feet.
Yeah, her fucking feet and like from the thigh down, it looks like just fucking fruit roll-ups and her asshole's bubbling out. I love that.
Shit.
That turns me on a lot.
Fucking lunatic.
Well, we got an interview from David Lee Roth. I know we're changing gears drastically here, but this has been sitting in front of us for a while. David Lee Roth, 1981, talking about Van Halen. And we listened to one of the clips, and it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet he makes a lot of sense.
At this point, he's 25 years old, and he explains Van Halen music to everybody, just in case they don't know what it's all about.
Van Halen, heavy metal music, any kind of rock music, is what I call high-velocity folk music. I look at heavy metal music, Van Halen's brand, rather, of heavy metal music, as a combination of religion and hockey.
What?
Religion and hockey.
What was he babbling about? Religion and hockey. He's
trying to be edgy, trying to say
He's trying to
something
be
different.
profound.
I don't know what he's trying.
Roth, man. You're just not on his level, man. You just don't understand. DLR, yeah. People bought this shit
for a long time.
Not like, bought this shit like the music. I mean, they bought his act.
Is Van Halen one of those bands that get less cool as the years go on?
Oh, yes.
There's a whole list of those type of bands.
Yeah.
Because there was a time.
They were the coolest of the cool.
People were like, fucking A, Van Halen.
Coolest of the cool.
David Lee Roth, a lot of people were...
Rock star.
Absolutely. But now you look back, not so much.
Now you look back in embarrassment.
Not so much. A little bit, right? Well, David Lee Roth continues. He picks up a guitar, compares a banker to a rock and roller, and then tosses the guitar.
He's a wild man.
A banker picks up the guitar and goes like this, And a rock and roller goes like that.
He just throws the guitar.
He's outrageous.
He's such an
David Lee Roth
asshole.
invites the ET Cameras. This is 1981.
81?
Yes, inside the band's filthy apartment, and continues to make nonsensical descriptions about the band's music.
When the Van Halen image began taking shape, I started spending more time in bed, actually. As you can see, Van Halen is not terribly image conscious. We just sort of let it all be, We're not really poets. We're not really philosophers. We just sort of go about our merry way, and the music is a soundtrack for that.
Yeah, people are really accusing him of being a poet and philosopher.
Yeah, just like Dylan.
Yeah.
You're right, David Lee Roth. You were just like Dylan.
That's great.
All right, more David Lee Roth.
Van Halen is not the way we are because we're in a rock and roll band. We had to get into a band because we are this way. When I was maybe 8 years old,
Uncle Paul.
The doctors said I was hyperactive. And they told my parents, we have to put Dave on Ritalin therapy and all of this because every night at dinner when I get the blood sugars up, I'd start ticky-tacking with the knives and forks on the table and I'd start telling jokes and singing commercials from television and everything. And the folks would say to the company, now don't worry about David. He's just doing what we call monkey hour. And I have successfully turned monkey hour into a career.
Sorry. It's amazing how many years it took for everyone to know that bell.
Let's say hi to Rob in Garden City. Rob!
Hey, Jimmy, have you ever noticed it's pretty sexy every now and again when you go in the bathroom and you notice your girlfriend will leave a little present in the toilet bowl for you, like a little milk dud? Because I've had to deal with that every now and again.
No, I've really never had that, honestly. I don't know if I'd like that in the
That's
toilet.
disgusting. Did you deal with that like it was a gift to you or something disgusting?
No, I actually, after it happening twice, I actually had to turn to my wife and be like, look, I don't care if you're in a rush and it's like, World War III happening or something like that. Make sure you flush that fucking bowl.
Flush and make sure it goes down.
I don't have any idea that you've ever been in there.
Nothing worse than lifting up that lid and seeing a nugget, a fucking milk dud floating around in there that you know isn't yours.
It looks just like a milk dud, too. It's
A fuzzy milk dud. If it's been in there a while, it's starting to come apart. Looks like a fuzzy milk dud.
Too much water.
Yeah. It's got
in the middle of it.
And there's discoloration on the bottom of the bowl, like it's been steeping like a tea bag.
It looks like the log took a piss. Madam, did you drop a pissing log into the toilet? I certainly did.
It gets a bit rusty.
Jesus Christ.
It gets rusting. Thank you, Rob. All right, well, look.
Pat from Moonachie knows how to take lemon and make lemonade. He goes, at least it's not on the tip of his dick. Little nugget.
That's the worst.
Oh, God.
You pull your cock out, it looks like a dirty T-square. It's like, well, wash your dick or do architectural work. Hey, hammerhead cock. Stinking up the fucking living room.
Holy shit. That's fucking disgusting.
You know what's worse? What's worse than fucking a girl in the ass and then you don't even look down and then as you're doing your jumping jacks, the nugget falls off your cockhead and stains the linoleum. Who hasn't had that happen a dozen times? God, do I not miss regular radio?
Oh, God, Danny, what a picture.
What is that, blood or shit?
Shit.
That's terrible.
Oh, that's a loose stool.
She has nice socks, though.
I like those Freddy Krueger sweater socks.
She has a great body, too, except for the fucking liquidy shite coming out all over that guy's horrible one-ball balls. He has one-ball balls. I despise that man's balls. I'd like to sink my teeth in them, and not in a homosexual way at all, but in an act of aggression and fucking rage.
One ball balls.
You know those balls?
Yeah, they're all tightened up from fucking and only one is showing.
Florentine has one ball balls.
Does he?
Yeah.
How do you know?
He showed them to me. How do I know? That hornet's nest? I've seen them for fucking 20 years.
Hornets.
They're legendary. He's got big balls, but it makes one big ball.
He would just stand in front. I remember one time he would just get in front of my car when the headlights were on and just show me his bag and then get back in the car. I told him I want to take his balls and put them on the ground and hit it with a brick like caps.
You talking to Florentine today, or is that tomorrow?
Oh, shit.
Tomorrow.
Is any part of your Raw Dog show?
That's Thursday.
Thursday.
Tomorrow's the Boneyard premiere, but Thursday Jim will be my co-host on Raw Dog this week. We're doing it live again.
Ah,
Very cool.
Nice.
Well, the David Lee Roth thing is not really going anywhere. Do you want the last clip, or it doesn't matter?
We might as well. I kind of like
one more
hearing
from
his
David Lee Roth,
inane
1981.
babble.
What's wrong with that guy's balls?
Oh, yeah, come on, that's not real.
It's style, man. Style is everything. Style is not to be confused with class. A Mercedes-Benz is class because it represents money. However, chili dogs have absolutely no class but a great deal of style. And punk rock, new wave, whatever you have, reggae, Rastafari, haircuts, what have you, are all different kinds of styles. None of them, however, have any class. I got class.
Anyone ever ask him what the fuck are you talking about, or they just
Dave.
let him babble like this?
What are you talking about, Dave?
A chili dog has a lot of class.
See, chili dog's got class. Does it? What?
Or style? Did he say style? I don't know.
Who knows?
Sorry.
Makes you shit. That shit makes you shit. Wow, he was a rock star, though.
He sure
He
was.
was the epitome,
Name another-
the epitome of rock star.
Name another band not as cool as the years go by. I think Van Halen's definitely in that category. You can put a lot of hair bands in that category, I
I'd
guess.
say Kiss, not as cool as much as I loved Kiss, not as cool as the years go by. Honestly, no.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Motley Crue continues to be kind of cool.
Not as cool as years go by, though.
Well, you can't look at it in terms of when they were on their like game and at their peak,
right?
And now, you got to look at it like it's not working anymore,
right?
You know, like there are some bands that were huge and just aren't huge anymore, but they're still cool to listen to. Yeah. That's a tough one, kind of.
I guess you're right.
How about the Cars?
Cars.
The Cars were a giant band that was played on rock
fucking
radio,
Cars.
but they were giant. They were played on rock radio.
I don't know if they ever were cool. They had cool songs.
They were like the one of the first accepted punk bands. Like the Clash came out, and that seemed like the punk sellout band because they got popular.
Cars but they were mainstream, man.
Yeah, that's why they weren't mainstream, but you wouldn't turn them off if they were on.
Nah,
B.A.B.
they have some all right songs. Judas Priest is a good example. P-Roll.
Oh, that's a
my
good
boy
one.
from Philly. Judas Priest, not as cool when you realize the fucking.
I didn't say the
singer.
Cars were punk. I said they were like new wave.
As soon as you found
New
out
wave
the lead
punk.
singer was gay, I mean, you still want to enjoy the music, but maybe not as cool.
Yeah.
Although he kept his fucking fan base. God bless him. He's coming in soon, right? Rob Halford, I think, is coming in. I think we got him booked for another appearance.
How about Genesis? They were like hugely.
Genesis.
They were huge. You're forgetting that these were played on rock radio.
I actually saw Genesis during the
like
Abacab tour.
crazy, and now you wouldn't fucking give them the time of day.
It's kind of embarrassing to say you liked Genesis ever, right? But there was a time people would be like, yeah, fucking Genesis.
People have misunderstood what I said. I'm not comparing the Cars and the Clash. I'm saying they were out at the same time.
You kind of
but
did.
one is new wave pop and one is punk, and they both came out of like kind of that punk culture thing. Like even new wave came out of the punk culture. Travis, do you have something to add to this?
No, I'm just listening to you trying
to talk
explain
my
this,
way
yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, because
Shut
the
up.
Clash are fucking
You on your
cool.
last T-shirt of the fucking week?
I certainly am, yeah. Football T-shirt in baseball season.
I had nothing, so I had to attack you on your shirt. I'm sorry,
You were
Trav
right.
Dog.
Trav Dog's shirt is fucking horrible.
Trav Dog knows I love him.
You know what? Ken in Texas makes a good point about this Van Halen. Ken.
Yes.
What?
I just wanted to say, I never thought they were heavy metal.
Yeah, I know.
Not
That
for
didn't.
teacher and that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, David Lee Roth in there said something about heavy metal. I'm like, heavy metal?
Yeah.
Van Halen?
Heavy metal's had some weird definitions over the years as to who is heavy metal
and who's not.
Yeah, and we all know who is truly the greatest heavy metal band because they won an award for best
Yes.
heavy metal act.
Jethro Tull.
Jethro fucking Tull. Jethro
fucking
M.F. Tull is what they call him.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Yep, no problem.
So we did the Vandersloot. We did the Helen Thomas.
Vandersloot.
We did Obama looking for someone's ass to kick over the oil spill. That's just fucking babble.
We talked about Helen Thomas. You guys hit on that?
Well, a little bit. I mean, it's
what was the thing? Do you agree with her being pretty much forced out?
Absolutely not.
No, she should be able to
Like,
have
it's
an opinion on
it's
something.
It's an opinion. It's a fucking opinion.
You're not supposed to like every opinion.
Yeah, so what? She
and
said,
this is going to make other people not give their opinion, and that's why this type of thing is really, really bad, especially in the United States of America.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should have an opinion no matter what you do for a living in this fine country of ours. And now it shut up her, and it's going to shut up a lot of other people.
And you're having people in the administration say that it's an outrage what she said.
Oh, they did?
And intolerable. And it's like, wait a minute. That was a statement that she made. She was asked what her feelings about Israel were. And she said that that's Palestinian land and they should go back to Germany and Poland and the United States. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's her opinion. Is it anti-Semitic? No, it's an opinion on who is entitled to that land. Some people believe the Jews are, some people believe the Palestinians are, and that's hence the battle that's been waged for quite some time now.
I do, and I actually do think that she's anti-Semitic. I actually think she doesn't probably like the Jews that much.
But I don't think that was an anti-Semitic statement that she made.
But even if she is, so what? Her opinion is valid.
Of course.
And I don't care if she likes Jews. It's not my fucking business. I don't care if she likes blacks. I don't care how she feels about me.
Mm-hmm.
She's allowed to, when asked, give her opinion.
It didn't affect her job for the last 50 years. Her opinions.
She was honest about being a flaming liberal. She was very, very open about it. It was no secret to anybody.
Yeah.
She wasn't like most journalists who are pretending they are something that they're not.
George Bush never picked on her.
He couldn't stand her. He hated her.
She could be right up front going, ooh, me. And George was right over her head.
And good for him. He didn't honor the tradition. He thought she was a cunt. And he was right.
Right.
And I don't even agree with her, but so what? I don't have to.
What a way to end a career, a 50-year career.
Fuck her, too.
Just putters out.
She Jimmy the Greek then.
She never should have walked away. She's 89 fucking years old. She should have had some balls and said, I'm not leaving. Fuck you.
Move on to a new career.
Exactly.
A corpse.
Pillow warmer. Fucking jaw dropper.
Nothing better, though, when someone is just minding their own business and someone asks their opinion, they always fuck up.
Yeah.
She's just walking across a lawn.
I know.
It's a nice summer
day.
day.
It was like nothing. Hey, by the way.
She was just minding her own business. She wasn't going to say that day.
Let me ask you this career ender.
Yeah. And she's kind of smiling as she's saying it, sort of. She's kind of having a good time with the whole thing.
Yeah.
And now she's out.
Yeah, I think she should absolutely.
She needed to go many years ago, but and let some young fucking person in there to do the job. Why not?
Some young hose.
89 enough.
Hasn't she earned the right to say what she wants?
Obviously not.
Hasn't she fucking, after being 90 years old.
How about something called the benefit of the doubt? Give her one after all these years. Just give the old bag
years
one.
Old.
Fucking 90. She got photos with Kennedy. She was there with Eisenhower. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. So what?
This fucking country stinks.
Her opinion is that the Jews do not belong in Israel. Now, you might not agree with it, but Jesus Christ, the woman just said it. So what? That's her ideology. That's her fucking opinion. And she made a statement when questioned about it, and then they crucify her. No pun.
Nobody handles being under fire well. Like, the only way to handle being under fire when you're accused of something you didn't do or that is ridiculous is to be belligerent. I really believe that.
Yeah, it really works. Mm-hmm. It does. Really does.
So she's out. Obama, is he really going to kick people's asses over this oil spill? We discussed that earlier, too.
He said kicking ass.
Ass to kick was the exact quote. Someone's ass to kick.
Someone's ass to kick.
Wouldn't that someone be BP?
BP is an entity. He needs a single ass. He needs one crack with two bump bulges next to it. One singular ass.
I love the tough talk 50 days in.
Yeah.
50
oil
fucking
out there.
days this thing has been doing its thing.
Good luck kicking ass.
And we did the Apple. We did the iPhone thing.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates. We did that.
Ooh. Hall & Oates.
We could do birthdays.
Want to wish a very, very happy birthday to a little boy named Colin Quinn. That was just his birthday the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Colin was getting birthday wishes from everybody, especially Chip.
Yeah.
Chip was giving him birthday wishes on the Twitter.
I sent him one.
Colin.
I said something about how many candles you got on there, like, 90 or something. It was some little joke about his age.
He found it very funny, Chip. No one else did.
Woody in Philly. Jim, you want to comment on this?
No.
Next time Jim says this country stinks, I'm buying him a one-way ticket to Congo.
The one-way ticket.
And then he ends it
first
with
class?
Fucking douche.
Well,
would you take a one-way ticket to Congo?
I would prefer he called in instead of writing it. But I think, cunt, that you know what I mean.
And there is a frustration, Woody. There's a lot of fucking weird things going on in our country right now. It's very frustrating, and you need people fighting
I'll
back.
say it again.
Against the man and the establishment.
The mentality in this
shit that's
country
going on.
fucking stinks, Woody.
Absolutely.
The mentality in this country fucking stinks.
And how about you take the context of the statement, this country stinks, based on what Jimmy was talking about before he said it. He didn't just say, this country stinks, like everything in this country stinks. What stinks is that you have such a lack of freedom of speech without consequences. Yeah. Now, of course, speech has consequence. We all know that. But there are now consequences based on opinion and things that there should not be such rash consequence. It used to be called debate. You used to be able to debate with somebody without consequence of losing your job based on your opinions. Now, it's gone way beyond the fucking proverbial fire in the movie theater, screaming fire in the movie theater, that it's got consequences. You can't even fucking have an opinion without being hung up to dry by some fucking interest group or what they think is popular opinion when it's not. It's disgusting. This country stinks.
It really does.
Yeah, it's got some problems right now.
So where's my ticket, Woody?
Yeah.
I said it again. This country stinks. Where's my ticket to Congo? Fucking horrible example of a place to get a ticket for.
Can you bring swim trunks?
Would you go if he gave you a good seat?
Business or first only. I don't fly coach.
I'm just saying, if he gave you a good seat, would you go?
First class.
And check it out.
I want to see what shit talker.
You'd have to get a lot of shots, though.
Go to the Congo tourism website. Let's see what there is to do in the Congo.
Yes, www.removacliff.com. .stickinthepussy.com.
Machete your hands off.
Yeah.
That's a nice.
You'd come back with a new fucking character, though. Congo Jimmy could rule.
There is a Go Congo tour operator.
Yes, mutilatedgenitals.net.
I'm sure you can see.
Is that the airport? The picture of the airport before you leave?
That's their security, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's airport
the first
security,
family.
Isn't it?
Oh shit! Oh Jesus Christ! What's there to do in the Congo?
Probably look at
run
elephants.
and hide.
Yeah. I bet you look at elephants.
You look at elephant. Do you go on mountain gorilla tracking?
There you go. Look.
Oh, look at that picture. That would so get us
picture
fired
we just looked at.
Comment on it. Yes, exactly.
It's the first family again.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, 2 in 1 trip. That's nice.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. Take a picture. So you'd go mountain gorilla tracking, and you could go around and see the mountain gorillas. And then what else is there to do? You go on a boat ride. That must be fun.
Is that boat broken down?
Fucking python come out of the thing and just eat you whole.
Is that boat broken down, though?
I don't know. It looked like the one Rambo used in the last Rambo movie.
Then you could look at some marsh in the middle of a river.
Yeah, but it's titled Barbecue at the Congo River.
And it just shows...
It's you being cooked.
You're in a big...
You see a fucking
big pot.
A smoldering pot and a pith helmet next to it.
They're unga bunga binga bunging you with spears. I love the Congo.
Shrinking your little head.
Ooh, the thriving metropolis.
Yeah, this is the city tour.
That's the city?
When did Obama visit?
Wow. I know. That does. Wow, he does look like the president.
That's great.
It looks like Obama right there on the right.
Look at the traffic in the Congo. Hate rush hour in the Congo.
Yeah.
God.
That's where our old cars go, I think.
So, there we go. This isn't that bad. Look, the guy wants you to fly you there. First class.
So has Woody contacted back with information on the ticket he's going to buy me?
Yeah. Where can we pick it up?
Oh, wait. I think he wrote two. Hold on.
Cool.
He wrote back.
I know he's not going to call.
2 tickets coming up, stupid.
Good.
2 tickets coming up?
Oh, but he did write. I was just kidding, little Jimmy. I totally agree with you.
Oh.
Thank you, Woody.
I was looking forward to going to the
Jimmy
Congo.
The Congo.
Congo.
I guess there isn't anything to do there.
Everything in Africa... They figured out a way to get all those inland little countries to the coast. Like they have these little the border goes to the coast, and they got like a 1 little mile strip of beach, so they could get their wares, their goods, so the pirate ships could get back. Wow, that's the Congo airport. That is a 1 runway motherfucker, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not much flying into the Congo.
What do you want? An international airport in the Congo?
Yeah, a nice big fucking. Can I get a Cinnabon in their
Yes.
The terminal?
Yeah, it's a piece of baboon shit with frosting. It's a piece of curled baboon shit. No, Cinnabon, very delicious.
Oh, goddamn.
It's baboon shit with white bird shit on top of it. So it looks like delicious frosting.
Yes.
It's wrapped in a leaf and they throw it at you. You have to eat it. You have to eat it as they're fucking raping your girlfriend with a fucking...
Oh, shit.
With a walking cane.
Oh, fucking A.
I gotta go. I got a meeting.
That's great. Do you?
Yeah. See
All
you
right,
tomorrow.
Jimmy.
Goodbye.
We'll see you tomorrow. You have a good one, as they say. A good one.
Let's all get the fuck out of here.
All right. I liked that Congo music, by the way. That was very good.
That was a good
felt like I
pickup by
was
Travis.
there. Felt like I was there, Trav. Yeah, let's get the fark out of here, as they say.
Just waiting for Travis to hit that fucking button.
All right, later.